We getting this thing started at 8:45,
Man, we
Brandon.
are lightning quick.
Whoa.
Lightning quick.
Let's hope it translates into a half-decent episode.
It'll be fantastic. I have just as much practice and skill as I always do.
I'm sure we're going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine.
It's great.
Yeah, it's great. What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Undrafted and Overconfident podcast on a Wednesday, July 8th, 2026. Jason Semko with me, Brandon Vigo Gordon.
How you doing, Sor? I mentioned it very briefly in the last episode that we were celebrating 250 years of the country. We didn't even we put this out on July 4th, and we didn't do any kind of patriotic. We weren't wearing our patriotic stuff. My hat was green and yellow.
Yeah.
Definitely not the American flag colors.
Nope.
It's belated, but happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th
How was your 4th?
4th, well, it was like 100 plus degrees out.
At least.
Yeah.
Minimum.
We didn't do much. Honestly, the only thing that happened, and I called it from the start when I started playing pickleball.
Uh-oh.
I got hurt.
Oh, no.
I would have put big money on it being my left hamstring.
As a hammy?
First time the right hammy's gotten it.
All right. You got a little, hey, don't forget about me over here. It's like, hey, I'm a hammy too, and I can get pulled just as easy as the other guy.
Yeah, and I think this is going to be a life lesson for me.
Oh.
Because I've mentioned before, I have bad hammies, bad knee, and I've got exercises I can do.
Yes.
But had all that time off and came back and had a little staycation, and I said, you know what, starting on Monday, I'm going to get back to doing my exercises and everything. And my wife and I had kind of planned out like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm doing this. Tuesday, Thursday, I'm doing that. And Saturday is when I hurt myself.
Dagger.
So I think that was a wake-up call for me.
Don't wait to do something tomorrow that you can get done today.
Plus, I'm 41 years old now.
Yeah, man. You're 41?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I know. You'll be there soon enough.
Just a couple months.
Yeah.
Countdown. I'm literally less than 2 months away.
Okay.
Scary stuff. I mean, it's really not.
No.
I feel it's different for women than it is for men.
Much different.
Whereas, they're like, oh, no.
I feel like it'd be different for me if we were like losing our hair already.
Yeah. You can't tell by the cast because we're always wearing hats, but we both got a full head of hair.
We do. Thinning a little bit at certain spots, but at 40, gonna happen a little bit.
Sure. Yeah. You got your hair is receding. Every day is a receding hairline.
I'd say that's one thing with. We do have, I guess, one of our friends. A little bit of hair issues.
Grizz?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a little bit of the only reason it's not a lot of it of hair issues is because what he's losing down here, he's got plentiful everywhere else. He didn't have hair problems. It's just very selective in the spaces.
Yes, specific spots.
But yeah, everybody else, like our core group of friends, I think they've got a pretty good head. Maybe Ill Will. Maybe Ill Will could use a little bit more on the dome piece.
Maybe a little bit, but it still looks strong.
There. Yeah, it's not bad. Everything else is
in front of the rest of us, it doesn't look the best, but that's just because we've all got like thick, luscious
locks. Yes, we do. Seabear's leading the way with that one.
Yeah.
He loves doing the slow-mo.
I know. I do kind of miss that long hair phase.
The long one.
Yeah.
Black surf. So we all got to grow up sometimes, all right? That was not professional what he was rocking earlier. It's not much more professional now, but he's making it work, so good for him. Just got to have it high and tight. Like Dwight, I feel like DW's had the same haircut for 30 years.
Yeah.
I don't think it's changed at all.
I've had the same facial hair for 30 years.
Is that you got a specific range where you're like, it can't get any thicker than this and it can't go... Does the missus like a smooth J-Bear or does she like a little bit of scruff? I'm assuming since this is always what you're like, she prefers the scruff.
Would like this, a little bit of scruff. Yes, one day I did go like no guard and shave, and it was probably like a month before our wedding.
Ugh.
And it was kind of a little...
Your wedding.
Yeah. And it was a trial because obviously it was going to grow back in a month.
Yeah.
But I did that and came out and she's like, yeah, no.
Never again.
Never again. She's like, you just look... She's like, you look too young.
Yeah, that's the same mark that my wife gives me. She's like, she refuses to, kiss me if I go clean shaven. Really? Not refuses.
Yeah, but I know.
Yeah, no, she's like, you look like you're 12. She says, you see, the compliment either goes, you look like you're 12, or you look like you're a frat boy. Those are the two. I don't know which one's
I think
worse.
maybe by 50, looking like a frat boy, they might be like,
yeah,
I
right,
like going out with a frat boy.
That's right. Looking a little young. Yeah, it's like a little cougar. Yeah, exactly. No, so you're speaking of old age again. So you hurt yourself, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna be out.
Time.
I think this is gonna be a blessing.
Okay.
Because I did try to play a little bit afterwards. Because I was like, I knew it was hurt. I was like, but maybe I can play a little bit. It's pickleball, not soccer. And
throwing some shade at pickleball. It's not soccer.
Let's be honest, there's not as much movement.
No.
But, it's one of those where we got new listeners.
Oh, we do?
Lately.
What?
I think so.
Okay.
Our numbers are up.
Triggered.
So people don't know as much about us. Generally, I'm a pretty modest guy, I think.
Yeah, I'm the one that's a little bit more... egotistical. Overconfident, yes. You're the undrafted. For those of you that are new, undrafted, overconfident.
And we go back and forth with that a little bit.
Sometimes.
But I'm generally pretty modest, especially about myself. But I will admit, I am very, very fast, or I was. Very fast runner.
Yeah.
Could run for days. Was very fast.
Yes.
It makes you have to be you can afford to be a little bit lazy with certain things. Like you don't have to be the best positioning knowing that you're faster.
It makes up for it. Yeah.
So there's a lot of times where I just kind of run around like an idiot where I don't have to, but I'm like, I know I can just get there, so why not?
I mean, even in our tennis matches, I feel like I had a slight edge on technical, effort, but you would just run every ball down.
And knowing that I could, so I could stand in certain places knowing that, like, well, I can get all the way over there.
Yeah.
I don't have to. I could just rely on getting them to my forehand. But this time I couldn't move, so I actually had to sit there and play smarter. I actually played pretty good.
Hey.
So I think when I come back, I'm obviously not going to come back and then run around.
Yeah.
I'm just going to kind of play.
Yeah.
I think it's going to make me better.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Adapt.
Trying to be positive.
Are you going to start stretching? A
huge program, yes. Like 3 times a week. I'm going to do some like yoga, I think, and actually do it.
Okay.
My wife walks every Monday through Friday in the morning on the treadmill.
Oh, cool.
And I usually just kind of sit there and scroll and play with the dog. So I'm going to do something in that time.
In that time when she's doing that, you're like, well, I guess I could be productive in some format.
There has definitely been an opportunity and a time frame to do it. I just haven't done it. Yeah. So
it's hard when the other option is I can just literally doom scroll.
Yeah.
And do that.
And
instead.
sometimes I've come back from a workout when she's doing that, so I'm kind of sitting there sweaty like I've already worked out, but I'll have to stretch or something.
Yeah. Are you gonna do calisthenics? You gonna do any of that stuff? Any other workouts?
I'd probably graduate to that.
Pilates?
Never say never.
Is the Pilates the one with the big mechanism you gotta lay on and there's like wires and stuff? What am I thinking of?
What sites have you been going down?
Hey, no, my wife did it while she was in California, and yes, it is Pilates. Don't make me feel like a weirdo. It's called a reformer, I think, something like that.
I don't think I'm getting into Pilates.
Yeah, I hear it's crazy hard.
I do hear that too.
It's a reformer. These things are expensive too. These reformers.
Then I'm not getting that.
$1,000 or something like that. There's a couple of them you can get, and they're like just these makeshift ones, $100. But yeah, it's a racket.
I'll do some like downward dog and like the warrior pose. I do like that one. I do feel like a warrior.
The warrior? Yeah. You just like downward dog.
Who doesn't?
Hey, that's your favorite position. Downward dog. Oh, adults.
Yes.
All right. Anything else from the fourth for you, my friend?
That was honestly it. We couldn't walk down. We were going to watch the fireworks where we live. They were going to shoot them off, and it gets packed. We could actually walk. It's like a mile.
Yeah.
But since I was hurt, we couldn't walk. So, nope, sat inside.
Did you ever do you remember back in the day where they had those like almost those big what is the word for it? The cargo ships, the containers for fireworks, and they just placed them in front of like grocery stores, and it was just for fireworks for 4th of July. You remember those?
Yes.
I didn't find any around here. I found one up in north of Richmond, like in Short Pump, where near my parents are. But
you're right.
Didn't get around to it.
Didn't see any of that.
They don't know. It's impossible to find.
Maybe Chesterfield County's got something against doing that.
Big crackdown on the semi-illegals.
I know.
The semi-illegal fireworks. Did you ever do like the big guys when you were a kid? Like the big...
No.
Like the bottle rockets and the Roman candles. You ever do that?
No, but the only reason why we didn't so much is we actually would my uncle had like a farm, like an hour and a half from where we lived.
Okay.
And we would go down there and we would do like the little fireworks there. But it was kind of, you didn't want to set the freaking forest on fire.
Yeah, a lot of shrubberies, a lot of kindling down there. Yeah.
Plus there was like very small launch spots. So it was like, let's just do the normal random stuff. But I had a few neighbors that would go and get some of that stuff, drive to like, what was it, Pennsylvania?
Pennsylvania, yeah. Phantom fireworks. Yep. That was the go-to. Me and Jimbo went a couple of times. It started to become a tradition, and I started doing it at my house. And we got the big guys. We got the Roman candles. We got the bottle rockets. We got the mortars. And those are the legit ones where they got a tube.
Yeah.
And a big ball of fire and just shoot a boom up, and it's like the big ones like you see in the fairs. And the first time we went, like, we didn't know what we were doing. No. Like, absolutely not. So, of course, Roman candles were shooting them at each other. Like, ding! Of course. Like, you're just like, and then the bottle rockets, we found some really big ones, and they had a wooden stake.
Oh, yeah.
Big wooden stake.
Yeah.
We assumed that you're supposed to plant the wooden stake in the ground, and the rocket will shoot off the stake.
No?
No.
Oh.
The stick's supposed to go with it.
Oh.
So we jammed it in the ground and we lit it, and it was like, "Mee!" And then it couldn't get out. It exploded right in our faces. Luckily, nobody got hurt. I don't know how I didn't lose. I didn't pull a JPP from the Bucks and blow my freaking hands off when I was a kid. There were a lot of close calls. A lot of close calls. And a lot of angry neighbors, because there's definitely a few that, like, would explode, but then the remnants would come trickling on their house, and they're like, my house is going to catch on fire. Like, relax, dude. But maybe.
I feel like now, if you saw kids doing that, you'd be like, "Oh, you're going to catch my house on fire."
I would be like, just full hypocrite.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like, absolutely not. Not in my neighborhood. Call the cops.
Knowing that, all the insurance you'd have to pay, all the work you'd have to do, you're like, I'm not letting my
I just do what my neighbor did when I was a kid. When he saw it, he came out and he just took his hose and started just hosing down his house. He was like, shh. Just watering his house. Smart. It was the weirdest thing. I was like, you're kind of looking like a weirdo, but man.
That's going to be you.
No, we have good, wholesome kids in our neighborhood. Nobody's a ruffian like I was when I was a kid.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, nothing big. We did sparklers. That's how
nice.
Crazy I get now. It's like we did sparklers for the kids. And those poppers, the little poppers where you throw them on the ground and they make a little popping sound. That was it.
Do they still do like the snake?
They have. I couldn't find them.
Oh, okay.
They do. They don't even have them like at the Walmart. It's like they don't even have sparklers. I got the sparklers in like North Carolina. They don't have them.
Really?
Anything that lights on fire, it's impossible to find in our area. I don't know. It's hard.
That's weird.
So yeah, I got a stockpile of sparklers when I went to the Outer Banks. Just get them every time. And we get those poppers. Those poppers you can find, because I guess those are fine.
They don't light on fire, I guess.
No, I guess not. Other than that, like you said, it's too freaking hot to do anything else. It's like we got the water table. I have this inflatable thing that we just pumped up, filled with water, and that's what we did on the 4th. Just let the kids just try and stay cool. And that was it, man. That, and I was preparing for my big thing coming up.
Oh.
Because I scheduled it last week.
Yeah.
And it's happening this week. It's happening on Friday, man. Bigo's going under the knife.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Nothing, for those of you that are concerned, because I know everybody on the podcast says, oh my God, what is happening?
Yeah.
It's a simple procedure, in and out.
Okay.
No overnights.
Okay.
It's to prevent the Bigo seed from spreading any further.
2 was enough.
2, I mean, there can only be so much Bigo genetics.
2 that we know
out in the world. That we know of, exactly. It's like, that could be, my son could be Mexican Batman. We brought him out, it's like, Papa. It's like, no. Can't prove that. No, but yes, so I am going to officially, quite literally, sever ties, if you will. Yep. And we got a few people in our friend group that have done it, and they seem to be no worse for the wear.
Don't notice anything different about them.
No, yeah, it's not like they become eunuchs or whatever they call them. This is hairless eunuchs. Yeah. That's very feminine or anything like that. My wife's super psyched because no more opportunities for a surprise baby, so she's excited about that. But it's weird. I got the call today because they just gave me a time frame. They're like, it's gonna be sometime in the morning on Friday.
Okay.
And this was like a week and a half ago. I was like, I don't know when I'm supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Like they gave me a little one piece of this is what you do, this is what you don't. They gave me the option to go completely under.
Okay.
Like they give me nitrous.
Oh.
Out. And I was like, do I need it? Like, no, you can do local local anesthetic. We'll just numb the area. And I was like, I don't want you jamming a freaking needle. They're like, well, we do that anyways. So either you're going to be awake for that or you're not going to be awake.
I was going to say, I would maybe take the nitrous.
I was thinking about it just because I don't want to see them just like
exactly.
But I'm glad I didn't, because they finally called me. And you know when I have to get there on Friday? I get there at 6:30 in the morning. I'm like, I must be their first one. I was like, you better have your cup of coffee. You better be energetic and wide awake.
Yeah.
When I get in there, I'm gonna raid your Alani closet and bring like Alani's for the whole staff. Everybody wide awake, not jittery, but wide awake. And I guess it's better to do it. I'd rather be first in line than last in line. I was going to strategically put this off until a time where I could just plop down and watch something like some sports. So March Madness seemed like the brilliant time to do it. But like, not to go into details, but we had a little scare.
Oh.
Nothing like, it was a false alarm.
Okay.
But that was enough where the missus was like, no more procrastinating. Okay. We're doing this now.
Yeah.
So it's happening. And it's weird. They were very emphatic when they called and gave me the appointment time. They were like, okay, we'll be here this time since you're just doing the local. I'm not doing the nitrous. I'm doing local anesthetic. And the reason for that is because it's so early in the morning. I didn't want to, because if I do nitrous, I have to have a driver. Somebody has to come and pick me up. I was considering asking you to come pick me up. And we would have recorded right there with me on nitrous, and it would have been great.
That'd be awesome.
But I thought against it, and I didn't want to wake up the missus and the kids just to come grab me so that you can drive yourself. And I was like, okay, great. So I'll do that. And the other thing that they were very adamant was like, but don't shave the area. Like, don't shave.
Okay.
Keep it lush down there. Okay. And I'm like, what? And I was like, I don't want you like sifting through like the forest trying to get. I want you to have a clear line of sight of where you're going. And they said, no, we do it.
Interesting.
They said we're way better at it than you are.
So you think, huh?
You're like, oh, you'd be surprised. I know what I'm doing out there.
I've been practicing this in the shower and doing
I know that area way better than you do. I know every nook and cranny, every bump and crevice. I know the whole, like, every quarter square inch of the place. But they were adamant. They were like, please don't.
Okay.
Like maybe it's because they don't want any heat rash or whatever. Maybe some friction as I'm walking in there.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know. They just want it. They want to be in control. So I was like, they want to drive, they can drive. That's fine. I'm on the fence as far as the doctor that's doing it, because he's like 70.
Okay.
My doc's like 70. So on one end, I'm like, okay, plenty of expertise. Yeah. Knows what he's doing. But I don't know. DW comes to mind. I was like, I don't need shaky hands down there. I don't need old shaky hands trying to make a precise
Probably cut. Really good you're getting it done at 6:30 in the morning.
Right?
Then.
Yeah, when he's got full energy.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe give him a shot of testosterone right before he gets in there. It's like, take this shot. Because I'm a little nervous about that. And the other thing that they kept saying is like, oh, it's really quick. You'll be out super fast. Procedure is only going to take like 20 minutes.
That's what I hear,
like that. If there's ever a procedure, I want you to take your freaking time. This is it.
Well,
I don't care how quick it is. Take your time. Double check. Measure twice. Cut once.
Snip, snip.
I don't need them to just, like, it's not a deli. And it's like, number 2, number 20. No. Take your time so that I feel that you are giving it ample attention.
Well,
not that I want them to have ample. I mean, they might get lost and, down there just mesmerized.
That's what you're hoping somehow happens. Oh, wow, this is the nicest set I've seen. Wow.
It's like,
your wife is lucky.
Can we put this in a medical journal before we make the decision? The other thing that worries me is that they said it's not 100%, right? They keep saying it's not 100%. They're like, you could be Antonio Cromartie. Did you know about this with Antonio Cromartie?
I did.
That even after he had it, you still have a shot. There's still an outside chance.
Or like Dr. Cox in Scrubs.
You should Scrub Shadow. That's some Scrub Shadow. So I'm a little worried about that. But at the same time, I mean, I always said that was batting 1,000, which like when I wanted to get the babies, we had the babies. Bam. No second try, third try. First try. So I'm a little nervous that my swimmers are resilient and they're going to find a way. Like in Jurassic Park, remember Jeff Goldblum's like, nature finds a way.
It does.
So I'm a little worried about that, but I can't live in fear. I have to just trust the process.
Well, okay. I kind of knew everything up until like now, kind of how the process went. Mm-hmm. Now's where I have a couple questions. So like, because I had heard that after the procedure, you've got like 20 to 30 in the chamber.
Yeah. You still got a few in the chamber.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have to give them samples.
Oh, okay.
Pretty much to drain the swamp.
Yes. Okay.
So they ask you after, I don't have it in front of me, but I think it's either like a week and a half after. They're like, we need you to man up and bring us a sample. And then like another 2 weeks after that, they take another. And then that's when they find out, okay, you are legitimately no longer virile.
Yeah.
Or virile or whatever. And then you're good to go.
Because like after that, it's like a ghost load.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a ghost load. That's a good way of putting it.
Thanks. So then after that, you should. So then, like, is that where
shooting blanks? Pew pew.
So then even after that, though, if you're shooting blanks, like say you're shooting blanks for like a year, can you all of a sudden not shoot blanks?
Okay, so I guess so. I guess it's like the whole idea is it's called the vast difference or something. I'm probably butchering it. One of our trolls. We now have trolls, which is great. Yeah, congratulations, we've done it. It's going to be like this now. Whatever. I'm calling it a vast difference because he was talking fast and he was handing my twig and berries, and I was like, let's just keep moving, man. I don't care what it's called, but I think he said something about vast and difference.
Okay.
Apparently, like there are small instances where it's like because I'm getting really technical for you here, but they're really much just cutting off the passageway. Yeah. That's what they're doing. They're removing the stop on the train.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, this is where the road stops now. There are very rare instances where that road reopens.
See, that's where I would have thought they would have been like, okay, we need to like go in and like somehow like snip even farther back so that it can't like reconnect.
So like the swimmers can't make the jump.
That too.
Yeah. You can't jump the gap. I mean, I don't know. Because again, at the same time, because it's reversible. Like you can get it reversed.
Yeah.
So maybe they do it because they're like, on the off chance you change your mind and you want to bring it back, then we need to have it there to kind of bring it back.
Okay.
So I don't know. Maybe on the procedure, I was like, I'll be like, if you were going to take a quarter mile, go ahead and take the full mile. If you don't take a quarter mile of the track, take a full mile because I'm not going back.
Yeah.
Right there. I was thinking about making that joke with the missus, though. Just being like, maybe I should go to a bank and put some on reserve just in case because she doesn't want, she's done.
Yeah.
And I know that she'd be like, where are you planning on saving these? Yeah. And I was like, that joke would be funny to one person. And that's me. Yeah. And I was like, I don't know if it's worth my marriage. So maybe I won't make that joke.
No. I live to fight another day.
Yeah, it's like, I was like, you got to choose your battles. It's like, it's a great joke in my eyes, but maybe not so much of hers. So,
maybe not after your little scare, too,
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So my fourth was kind of distracting because I was focusing forward to what's next Friday.
Well, let me know how it goes.
I will. Well, I mean, it's a pretty quick recovery.
Yeah.
Say 3 days, so I'm taking off work on Friday, and then I should be back up and running hopefully by Monday.
Okay.
So only taking 1 day off. Do we have some World Cup? I know we're gonna get into the World Cup, but we got some World Cup on the weekends that I can sit and just watch. It's like, man, I gotta watch some of the games.
I think there's only one game on because it's what's tomorrow? Thursday?
Yeah.
So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There's a game each day.
So great. So on Friday when I come back, because they're not playing it at 6:30 in the morning. When I get back on Friday, I can watch Spain, Belgium.
Yeah.
I get to watch Spain, Belgium. Saturday, I get to watch Norway, England.
Yeah, buddy.
Ooh. And then Sunday, I get to watch... No, there's 2 on Saturday. I get Argentina and Switzerland on. So, yeah, I got plenty of stuff to watch. Holy cow. I did plan this perfectly.
Well
Way
done.
to go, Bigo. Planned it right around the World Cup.
Comes up
Everything
Bigo.
comes up Bigo.
Yep, we're learning that.
Now that we're on to the World Cup, man, we got to talk about the round of 16. You know, it was valiant. We made it through the round of 32, but man, I don't know if we were ready for the other shoe to drop so heavily.
Yeah,
and it did. We're talking about United States coming up just literally completely flat against that Belgium game. Final score, Belgium 4, USA 1, and from the jump, it didn't look like USA had a chance.
Yeah, that was... Unfortunately, I think it was just a bad time to have a lot of our best players not play their best game. They're better than that.
It was right. Our best players just looked completely lost.
Pulisic, Dest looked terrible. It just... Look, I texted you before the game.
You did.
I said all this Balagoon stuff coming back. I said I sat there and thought about it. I was like, it would just piss me off if I was the other team. Belgium just came out with a purpose, man.
Yeah, bulletin board material. Yes. Yep. So even on the last podcast, we were already adamantly he's not playing. If you recall, it's like we talked about it consistently. Like he's gone, he's not there.
He shouldn't.
We were talking about his replacement. We were talking about Reina. We were talking about Pepe.
Yep.
He comes back, and I don't care how you feel about the reason why, or who did it or whatever. We're not going to get political on this. It doesn't matter, but the sheer fact that it looked like we had curried favor with FIFA. And I'm sorry, FIFA doesn't have the best track record of being non-corrupt. They are incredibly corruptible. Like, if you haven't seen it, there's an incredible documentary about the corruption of FIFA on Netflix. You don't have Netflix.
I've seen a lot of snippets of it, though, or I've read a lot about it in the past.
And this is exactly what people get so frustrated about. It's just like no other country got this same kind of second glance or even would have considered it. I guarantee you England's not going to be going to the FIFA president about the red card that they received in their game.
People are like they should now. We've set as...
precedents.
Yep.
Absolutely. So, yeah, with Bellingham coming back, like you said, bulletin board material, there's extra motivation there. We didn't talk about it on the pod because that hadn't been announced yet.
Yeah.
But even before that, we thought that the momentum was shifting in Belgium's favor. They were playing better.
Yep.
And, looking back on it, are you looking at that Bosnia game, you're like, were there signs of, I don't know if it was fatigue or there were signs of, okay, maybe we're not... Because they went down to 10 players.
They did. Yeah.
And, for a team that was probably a bottom 3 left in the tourney, I mean, they ended up winning, 2-0? 2-0.
2-0, yeah.
But, I mean, could they have done better? That Baldwin goal, even when he scored, it was kind of a choppy goal.
Yeah.
Like, were there signs prior to this game that, okay, maybe we're not as the hype isn't as real as we think it is?
I didn't think so. I thought... The Belgium game, you mentioned Belgium playing well. Give credit to the coach.
Yeah.
One of their best players, Jeremy Doku, he was one of Manchester City's best players, benched him. And ever since they benched him and Kevin De Bruyne, who's older, but he's an all-time great player. He really is, especially in the English Premier League. But to bench both of those guys, he found a starting lineup that is playing so well together. And then when you know that you can bring on Lukaku in like the 65th, 70th
He did it.
minute,
We said to warn for him, man.
He's a monster. He just can't go 90 minutes. But if you can just be within a goal, or at this point with Senegal, 2 goals, you can do well. So the coach has got them playing well with the right lineup. But honestly, it's just... In international soccer, one thing that differentiates, I think, if you were to watch like an MLS game and watch like a European game, is the first touch. A lot of times when you watch a game, guys take 2 touches. One to trap it, and they trap it in a purpose where they want to go, and then they play it. US, every game up until this point was doing that. 1 touch, 2 touch, with purpose. There'd be times where... Belgian guy is where you are to me, and there's 2 U.S. guys on either side, and the first touch is going to the Belgium guy. That is not what they've done in the first 4 games. Previous World Cups, the Belgium game is a lot of what Team USA looked like. It wasn't quite as sloppy all the time, but there were a lot of bad giveaways, a lot of bad touches, even against bad teams. Like, not that Australia is a bad team, but they're not the quality of Belgium. But we would play like we played against Belgium, against Australia, and somehow we'd find a way to like tie or barely win 1-0. We were dominating those games. Touches, the Christmas, I kept talking about the movement. That was nowhere. Anthony Robinson is coming down the left-hand side. There's 5 Belgian defenders. There's nobody over there for Team USA. We're having to like scramble to run. Touches were off. It's just, look, could we have won the way that Belgium was playing and the quality of play that they are? Maybe not. But that was not Team USA at all in the first 4 games. It just wasn't.
I mean, yeah, you talked on the last cast about how Christian had to play out of his mind.
Yeah.
And he did the complete opposite.
Yeah, first 2 touches, he just kept losing it, and I was like, this is
He
not a
lost
good sign.
11.
Yeah.
Like, he turned it over 11 times.
He tried to do too much. I don't know. I saw something where he was saying he's depressed and the weight of the world on his shoulders, maybe.
I'm sorry, man, but I mean,
he's got to step up. He's got to play better.
The Harry Kanes of the world, especially that can't be your excuse, especially in this World Cup when every other country's superstar is thriving.
Yeah.
Haaland had another incredible game. Messi had another incredible game. Kane scored. I mean, like the superstars are coming out. Mbappe with the PK to put France above Paraguay, which we'll talk about too.
Yep.
And you're telling me, oh, it's too much pressure? Like, yeah, man. Welcome to the World Cup. It's pressure ridden. Like, you have to, if you're gonna be the guy, and I don't know him well enough, and I haven't watched enough interviews, not nearly as many as you have, to identify if he wants to be the guy.
He doesn't. That's the problem.
But then, I'm sorry, then maybe the part of the blame is us on putting that on his shoulders. Maybe we should have identified that even though he's talented, we can't expect that from him.
He's stuck at a crossroads. I know I talked about how Zlatan Ibrahimovic, would praise him no much, call him Captain America, but Zlatan's at AC Milan in Italy. He has some role. He's not playing anymore, but he has some role in that team. And when Christian got signed there, he was playing well, but Zlatan was like, you need to be more. You need to be a leader. You need to raise U.S. soccer. Like, you need to be that guy. And Christian's like, that's not me. And Zlatan basically was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, this is where you're at. This is major international soccer. This is the expectation of, like, if you're going to play on this team, you need to become like that star. Like, you can't just sit back in silence. And it sucks because it's like that's not him. He doesn't want to do it, and he's gracious to give it to somebody else. So it sucks. I don't know how I would feel because it's not him, but you got to come out and you got to play. You got to pick up your game one way or another. And he looked slow. He looked lost. It looked like he wasn't quite as engaged in the game to begin with. He might have been better. We might have been better off with, honestly, him not even playing. You can't say that. Like, you can't not play him.
Yeah.
But, man, I would have rather had Berhalter in there.
Yeah, I mean, Berhalter looked like a little bit of energy when he came on.
He got better as the tournament went on. I mean, the first game he looked lost against Paraguay. And you come on as a sub in a game like that, it's understandable. I kind of even said that they're up 3-0. Like, it's hard. But he looked bad, but he was one of their best players as the tournament went on. Yeah,
we can go from best to worst. I mean, coming into the tournament, I know that when we talked a little bit about strengths and weaknesses, and I feel like the back four and the goalie were always considered a weakness, and man, did that rear its ugly head. Freese,
yeah.
Jeez, I mean, he just looked outskilled, outman, and just out of place.
Yeah.
In that game.
Making saves, he was fine, but
the first save was incredible.
I know.
The problem is it happened in the first 5 minutes, and then everything was downhill from there. I mean, the third goal when he just misplayed it, he came out and
did everything wrong.
Everything.
Either you just head that thing as far as you can to one side of the field, keep it away from the middle,
clear it.
Or if you're going to trap it like that, you push it forward. You don't just trap it right at your feet while the defender's right there.
He has to know that guy's there. He has to.
I don't even think he did because he tried to pass it back. Like, he was so lost, which is why it's like, dude, We had a little bit of momentum. We actually had a little bit of possession. Just freaking head that thing past midfield and hope we get it and collect it and move on.
Get back.
We were down 2-1 at the time. Yeah, get back. Like, head it and run back. Like, if they're going to volley it from beyond midfield for a goal on you while you're running back, then, I mean, you give the golf clap. But no one's going to do that.
I mean, and, like, I'm not even a soccer head, but even I could see right in that moment, before it even happened, I was just like, there's too much traffic here. There's way too much traffic.
I just got to clear it, head it, kick it. Yep.
Get it out of there. So, yeah, I mean, it's a shame. You know, he's a young guy. I mean, he's, 30, 28, something like that. So you feel bad. I mean, in this very high moment that I hate it when people just, like, spill vitriol at a guy like that when they're just, like, trying their best. And they bleed red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
This guy's playing for the New York City Football Club. He's from some place called Wayne, Pennsylvania.
He was never ever supposed to be a Team USA starting goalie. We had a guy, Zach Steffen, who played a little bit at Manchester City. We had Turner, who was the goalkeeper last year. He was playing in the English Premier League. Like, those two guys were supposed to be 1-2 because they're the same age as Freeze. So Freeze was never supposed to be our goalie. So I mean, what's the guy supposed to do? He's playing the best at the time. Like, he's our best goalie. But those other two should have been much better and should be in there.
Yeah. And, like, I know it's kicking while we're down, but on that exact same goal, I mean, what the heck was...
Tim Ream?
Yeah, what was Ream doing?
He's another guy.
How old is he? He's like 38. He's holding the C for us?
Well, I think he's a good captain,
right.
But he shouldn't. That's, I don't know if we have time to get into, like, what we really want to do with U.S. soccer. But at 38, you shouldn't be a starting center back for our country.
No,
like, plus you're playing in the MLS, and that's, we talk about how Jurgen Klinsmann was like he's like a loose cannon. He's a little oddball, but he was right from when he first came in. He's like, our guys need to be playing in Europe, and it's true. It's just. Ream looked lost. Freeze looked lost. Even Freeman, I know he just signed for Villarreal in La Liga, but that's just not enough time. He looked lost. I was going to get ready to say if we beat Belgium and we were going to play Spain, I was like, that back four, it was just not going to hold up. Like, the MLS players, they're just not good enough.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was tough. I mean, it was tough to watch.
It was.
Especially the second half.
That's like that was like watching every other World Cup group stage game, though.
Yeah, but I mean, again, I guess we had gotten so used to seeing them take such a large step forward in this World Cup. That looked like the World Cups of old, like the last 4-8 years. Like, that game reminded you of this is where we were, and we just took a big step back. Now it's one game,
so
I'm not going to kill them for it. I mean, they should be accomplished. I mean, talent aside, you still had to face your opponent and beat your opponent to get to as far as you did. So commend you for that. Farthest we've been in quite some time. But it just proves that the gap between us and, like, the top 10 teams in the world is still cavernous.
That's why I said quarterfinals even after they played well. I was like, because, like you said, those top teams are that much better than everybody else.
Yeah.
And Belgium's ranked 8. I mean, they're a quarterfinal team technically.
Yeah. Are you gonna stop giving me crap for picking Belgium now?
No. But once again, I credit the coach because they did not look like a quality team out there.
That's the only silver lining. We'll get to it. The team that beat the USA is the team that you were crapping on for the longest time, and the one that you were giving me crap for picking in our pool. So we'll get to it. So again, we talked about how they just. I mean, I know that a few of the pundits and whatnot said that this was the worst. I think it was even Lawless. Lawless gets so much hate, but he even said it's like it was the worst time for them to play the worst game. I was like, that's kind of a dumb comment because it's always the worst time to play your worst game. What are you talking about? But it really was their worst game of all the World Cup. So I guess the question is that were they that bad? Did Belgium look? You're the savant when it comes to looking at this stuff. Like, was it just a perfect storm of them playing their worst game, or was Belgium playing so well that they were forcing these errors and really just outskilling them?
I mean, Belgium was playing well, but there were way too many, just like I said, just silly mistakes where you can, the ball's coming in the air, whether it's a header, whether it's a volley with your foot, you've got a guy open, you miss him, and you play it to the Belgium guy. Like, it's just, yes, there were, if we were to make it the way down the field passing, there were some misses in there that I think it was like Belgium. Belgium was just everywhere. It looked like they had one extra guy.
Yeah, it really did.
It really did. So I'm not going to take away that from Belgium, but there were way too many like unforced errors that we made that were just, and it led to things like, like honestly, I know one of the commentators made the comment where they're like, well, they're trying to play it down Christian's side because they want him to play defense. But a lot of times, he's making these darting runs and the guy doesn't play him the right ball and he's having to sprint back, and a lot of guys wasted a lot of energy because we played a lot of stupid balls that we didn't think would just go straight to Belgium. So we're kind of, they're trying to get their movement in shape. They're like, okay, he's going to play it to this guy, so let me run. And he like misplays it. So they're sprinting back and you're wasting energy. So I think we just didn't play well, and Belgium's hitting on all cylinders. Spain better watch out.
Yeah, I'm a little worried because I need Spain to advance because I think they have the best chance of beating France.
Probably, yeah.
Way more than Belgium.
Yeah.
And the reason that I'm going to kind of, lean on, I think Belgium just, was playing incredibly well. They're also moving. They led the entire group of these games, the group of 16 games, in how much they ran. I think that they ran like 60 kilometers during that victory as a team. They were running around,
and that's taking out like De Bruyne and not having Lukaku in there. They're statues.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, they were kind of moving fast. So even after this loss, man, let's get back on USA. Would you still consider this a success for Team USA?
Absolutely. It's by far the best group stage we've ever played.
Even as bad as we looked? I mean, I know you say that we look good in the group, but you don't think that this is going to be a blemish on this whole run that we had?
It sucks that it ended that way. Once again, it's the 8th ranked team in the world.
Right.
A team that's had our number for years now.
I mean, they beat us in what, March?
Yep. 5-2 or 5-1 or something. If you just look at, like, obviously U.S. soccer, we're not like almost any other USA anything sport where we're expecting to win. It's trying to move forward. And yes, this team probably could have made a quarterfinal. Didn't play like they should have. But I'm telling you, if you just go back and watch group stage games from every other World Cup, we're making so many, like Belgium capitalized on our 3 errors where one guy fought over 3 of our guys to get a ball and then play it and we scored. We just sat there and watched them. The second goal, we're trying, Freeman, a double team. You can't let him get to the byline. You just can't, and you're playing way too far off. You can't let him get that cross in. And then obviously the third goal. There are times in other World Cup group stage games where we make those mistakes and the other team just didn't finish them. But we're always having those moments of like, oh my gosh, like this is so bad. Thank God they didn't score that. Thank God that guy didn't find that pass. Like, it happens all the time.
It does.
The group stage, what did that maybe happen maybe once or twice?
Yeah.
For all those games. Turkey was different. We didn't start anyone. But even those guys, other than like a 20, 25-minute spell, looked really good. So I think we're in this like overreactionary today where we just don't really want to remember what happened in the past. But we talked at the very beginning of this how Team USA, it's never appealing to watch. It's always a grind. You don't look forward to the next game because they make it look so tough.
Yeah.
They didn't do that in any of these games, did they?
No.
First time you can say that for basically at least 3 games. The Turkey game kind of throw out.
Yeah, throw it out.
So for 3 games, we were confident, held possession, looked like the dominant team. Please, go back, anyone, please go back and show me other World Cups where you can say that about Team USA. And just tell me right away, did you ever look forward to the next game and have confidence that we were the better team? No. Like, the answer is no. So this was a success. We've got more guys playing in Europe than we've ever had playing for top clubs. Hopefully that only grows. We're just not there yet. And we never were. We never were going to... I mean, I know I said we could win. We could with some luck, but talent-wise, like, it would have taken a lot.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. And, it's tough when it's like, we were also talking about, what can Team USA do to actually get to the quarterfinals? Like, we're not even like, let's pie in the sky. Let's put that aside. We need to take step by step, baby steps.
Yeah.
So quarterfinals. What do you think that they can do to get to quarterfinals?
I mean, look, this will be a long conversation. We're not going to get into it. We can get into another day because it does have to. I know it's been making its rounds and stuff, but it really is our development youth system. It really is.
Yeah.
And we don't have enough time to get into it, but it basically is you pay to play, and we need to find better ways to actually find the talent and get that talent better. And if anything, it's just going to make everyone else better because the talented guys are out there. They just can't afford to always play. And I think we're missing out on that. So I don't know.
See, I think there are other elements to make this so challenging for us in this country, right? Because there is a challenging split between a lot of the professional sports where those best athletes in this country go.
That's true.
We get a huge. I mean, you have to say the most athletic athletes in this country: basketball, football, boom, right out of the gate. That's the sports that they're going to play, because those are more engaged. They're what's more popular in this country. So we're always going to be World Cup. Team USA soccer is always going to be fighting against the other main professional sports to try and attract the best athletes. So that's going to be the first challenge. Yeah. The second challenge, to your point, is this isn't something that's going to happen overnight. What I do think helps is, this tournament I'm hoping is going to make a huge impact on the next generations getting to watch Team USA. And I feel like maybe it's recency, the recency kind of factor to it, but I felt the energy in this World Cup for Team USA.
Yes.
And the other ones, it was all like, hey, we're just happy to be here. Or, hey, let's see if we can get out of the group.
Yep.
This one, there was some true belief behind this and true belief that, hey, we can go far. And when you have a belief that you can actually compete at a high level, it's going to garner interest and it's going to energize, hopefully, the youth. So hopefully all of you people with the young kids, you had them watch this World Cup with Team USA, and they got excited. They saw the home crowd cheering behind them, and it's going to make them want to play because they have to have an excitement to play the game, and a lot of that has to do with what they get to see and who they idolize.
That's true.
And we before Balogun, we had Pulisic, and then he kind of fell flat on his face. We need idols.
Malik Tillman, man.
It might be it, but he's not American, as you said. He's European, but we'll steal him. We'll take him in the America draft. It's like we draft Tillman, but we need I feel like we need idols. All these other countries have idols that go back generations that they can always look up to. And it's like, I want to be the next Pele. I want to be the next Messi.
Yep.
It's like, I want to be the next Ronaldo. I want to be the next all these people. We don't really have that.
Landon Donovan, but then you look at him and you're like, but you couldn't even play in Europe, so are you even that good?
Yeah, Freddie Adu. He was supposed to be the idol. Oh my gosh,
I know.
He was supposed to be the guy. He didn't get it done. So, outside of Team USA, we could talk about them forever. I know you could. But we got stuff to do, okay?
We'll move along.
We got stuff to do.
Yeah, we do.
So let's talk about the other games that happened, man. Again, we had another round. Maybe it's because we're doing the podcast and you're getting me into it, but I was like, every round's had some instant classics. The ones that went, the only ones that really went was the Belgium USA game and the Morocco Canada game. The other thing that I wanted to say about the group of 16 is that it's kind of poetic, if nothing else, that all three co-host teams all out.
I know.
Canada, USA, Mexico, all out. Are you? I know that you picked England. Are you excited that England was able to escape the what's the name of the stadium?
Azteca Stadium.
Plaza Azteca. Oh, I love their nachos.
Yeah. Dude, they've only lost 3 times in that stadium's history where they played. That's impressive. So to go in there, chance for a quarterfinal, that is one of England's best away victories
in the World Cup in history.
Ever. Yes.
I mean, they were down to 10 men at what point?
The 60th minute.
So they were fighting for 30 minutes a man down.
Yes, and it went 10 plus minutes of stoppage time. Yeah, dude, that I'll tell you right. I know. Well, I did call Jude Bellingham was going to be huge for England,
and he was.
But man, the guy that I've been nothing but impressed with so much Elliot Anderson. He plays behind Jude. He's the reason why Jude can go up so much. He is a workhorse covering that middle. Mexican team was just hovering, running around so much, and he was just stopping so many passes, making so many tackles. That guy is, I mean, Manchester City did just sign him, but he is world class. And his work rate and Declan Rice and Jude in the middle, they just held on, and that defense held on. That's an impressive victory, even if it is just Mexico. But Mexico in Mexico City, round of 16 in a World Cup, that's impressive.
It is. It is impressive. King got his.
Yep, of course.
And, I was impressed. I was worried. I think I texted you. I was like, ruh-roh, Britannia, when they went down a man with 30 minutes left. And they were at the point, right when they went a man down, I think they were only up 2-1.
They were.
But then they scored a goal. I was like, they're 3-1. And then Mexico right after. I was like, they got it back. So then there was this battle, and I was just like, and that's literally what England's doing. They were just hanging on for dear life.
That's all you can do.
They look like Paraguay out there. They're like, we're just going to flood everybody in the box, and nobody's going to get a clear shot and a clear, sight to the goal, and we're just going to try and run the clock.
Yeah.
Run the clock out.
That's all you can do.
Yeah, God bless them that they had the lead. Otherwise,
you're playing for penalty kicks.
Yeah.
Or that random maybe counter you can get on, but you make sure you make it count because everyone's going to run up and just waste energy if you don't. So, when you go a man down in soccer, especially a high international, that's how Mexico should have been doing what they did, and England needed to do that. Like when you're a man down, the other team should be able to just control possession the whole entire time. That's why you don't want to go a man down and have a red card. Like usually you will end up losing that game.
Yeah, I mean, again, the Mexico put it at 3-2 at the 69th minute. So they literally, and like you said, they had 10 minutes. I was amazed because I think the announcer was like, it's going to be like 4 minutes of a stoppage. And it was like 10 minutes. And it was like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, good on England. As much as I don't like to admit it, it's good on England. Are you worried at all? Since again, England is one of the teams that you picked.
Yeah.
One going up against Erling Haaland, and then two is the guy that got the red card. Is he a big piece? Is missing him in the next game going to be
he was
challenging?
Probably their weakest. Weakest piece, honestly. I mean, he's good. Don't get me wrong, but. I mean, of the three midfielders I just mentioned, that was losing one of those three would be vital. Center backs for England would be vital. Yeah, he probably was the one guy you'd be like, okay, like he's replaceable. The next guy up is probably the closest gap than any other
in
position.
Talent. Okay, yeah. Well, going on to their competitor, Norway came back down 1-0 on the back of the Viking.
Holland, man. Yeah, that's Norway is. I feel like their run is going to end, but I was so happy that Holland beat Brazil. I really was, because in the English Premier League, Holland and the guy on Brazil, Gabriel, he plays on Manchester City. Mm-hmm. They've gotten into some heated moments.
Some tussles.
Oh, more than just some tussles. But yeah, no, they hate each other. And so I'm rooting for Holland. I don't like Gabriel. But yeah, so I was happy to kind of see him win, but...
Yeah, and I'm sorry I misspoke. So they didn't come down, but it was 0-0 going into the 79th.
Oh, that's right, because Brazil missed a PK.
They missed the PK, and then Neymar got a PK at the
very end.
Very end is just kind of just whatever. But I mean, are you worried at all about Norway going up against your England? You worried about not getting those 4 points?
I think I honestly would have been more worried if it was possibly Brazil. But to make it this far, you got to be playing well. But I think England should be able to have beaten both of those teams.
Okay, so you don't sound too concerned.
Not as if like say England was playing like Spain.
Yes.
Or if they were playing like Argentina in this round,
be.
Which they could next round. But that's Final Four, man. Like, you better be playing against a top team. So, I mean, Norway is probably one of the weaker quarterfinal teams that could come up with.
I would agree with you. That they're probably, so they can't be too upset about it, about who they're competing against. There's one guy that they really have to kind of just try and contain in that lineup, and then everybody else are kind of just Jags, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah, Odegaard is really good. I mean, you got to be careful of him. But, yeah, that's the thing. Like, they're good players on Norway, but they're kind of playing above their norm right now.
Outside of the talent, though, are you worried that England after such a triumphant win and such a
the letdown.
The letdown.
Yes.
You're worried about the letdown.
Yes, of course, because that is kind of what England will do. That is kind of their history. Yes.
Well, and again, you know, everything was stacked against them, like the location, the elevation, you know, the time that they had to prepare for it.
Yeah.
The amount they had been running the last few games, and how much they had to run in that game.
Yeah. That'll weigh on you.
I don't know.
It was a long English Premier League season. It's a long World Cup now. Some of these Norway guys, I mean, maybe it helps that they don't play in these top divisions and play all these like Champions League and Cup games. So maybe that's why they've made it this far, is they're a little bit more well rested.
I mean, we can segue that over to the France game, because when I started reading more and more about, you know, France, and one of the, other than how talent rich that team is, but one of the reasons that everybody was so confident about them is because a lot of the guys on the team weren't playing in the Premier League, and they had a little bit more fresh legs coming into the tourney. And they're like, okay, they're ready to go.
Yeah.
And they took care of business, but man, was it a dogfight in that game. I told you how much I disliked this guy in Paraguay last time, Lars, and it was almost a prophecy that the day after we recorded, they played, and it was worse.
Yes.
It was worse. Paraguay just became, if they had moved on, they would have been the biggest villains. The way that they played was, I couldn't even imagine what I was watching. I was like, what is going on?
It's not soccer. It's not
football.
It's not.
It was just drag out, just punch after punch, every kind of dirty trick in the book that they could pull, like trying to mess up the spot for the PK. Yeah. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that is just a sign of a Bush League team.
Real Bush League, man.
The problem was so watching like the Morocco-Canada game, Morocco tries to do the same thing. They're a little dirty. The ref said, "Nah, we ain't doing this." So every time there was something, card. They had 5 yellow cards in the first half. It actually might have benefited Morocco that they couldn't play like that in the second half. Paraguay, I don't think even got one yellow card.
Not a single yellow card.
There's something. So in soccer, if you're a ref, you know, you don't have to give a card because there's like a foul rates as a card. If a guy is just fouling like over and over, you can give a card. So as a ref, if a team is just doing it, and you can do this after like the third guy that's fouled within probably like a 2-minute spell, just card them. Be like, we're not playing this. And if you want to keep doing this, card, red card, then like you're gone.
Yeah.
But the ref just sat there, and once I heard that he's the least experienced ref of any of the refs in this round, and you just let Paraguay keep doing that same nonsense, and that's what turns people off to the game.
Yeah,
it was an awful game.
I talked about it in the last episode. This is what makes this beautiful game less beautiful, makes it fugly, makes it not pretty to watch. And I know that those Paraguayan fans and those South American fans are going to come for me, and that's fine. You can. And I can understand this one argument for you. You're like, we played the best game we could to compete with France, because they are not going to compete with France from a talent level, and if they try to play France's game, they're not going to win. You know, when they try to play somebody else's game in this tournament, who'd they play? USA. Yeah. What happened? Lost 4-1. So I'll give Paraguay the only credit I'm going to give them.
You shouldn't, because I'm going to tell you why.
Oh, well, let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me show you how much I don't know, so you can school me. Okay. But that they were playing what they deemed the only way that they had a chance to really just slow the game down and really impede any kind of motion that France had. And that whole game looked like they were just praying to get to PKs.
Yep, they were. Yeah.
That was it. They're like, we're not even going to try and score. We're just going to just beat you up, and then we're just going to hold on and wait until we can get to PKs.
Yep. Wait 120 minutes.
Tell me what I got wrong here.
This was my great argument that got so many likes and comments on our Insta.
So many.
I nicely mentioned to a lot of these South American fans that
a lot of South American
Cape Verde, in their game against Spain, only committed one foul in the whole entire game and still tied Spain.
That's true.
So you didn't have to play all those tactics. You didn't have to do all of that. Like, that is a cultural, that is just an old school, long running way that you just think that you have to play to kind of try to knock a team like that off, and you think it's the only way, and it's really not. And I think that's what got a lot of people fired up.
Yeah.
But I think that is something that I just think it's so Bush League. It's so easy to do that everyone can do it, which is why I think all the like moronic fans of those, let's just call them continents, think is the right way or what you have to do, because it's by far the easiest. Like, you don't even have to try to defend. You just hack and whack, and it's like, well, I can do that. So I love seeing that. Yeah, that was pretty Bush League.
Yeah, I mean, again, my biggest villain, he came out and he just made my frustrations known to man. Yes. And I feel like I garnered some people rallying behind me because he took a swing at Mbappe. Yep. He took a swing at another guy. I mean, he was the leader of just like the Bush League stuff.
It's like the bad boy Paraguayans, like, and he was Bill Lambier.
There you go, exactly. So I don't think outside of Paraguay, I don't think there's any love lost with them being out.
No, God,
at all. Like, good riddance. What do you think about the whole end, the little tussle afterwards? You know, there's a little bit of a rabble-rousing at the end. You know, Mbappe refused to shake the goalie's hand, and then the goalie threw the ball at Mbappe. Did you see that?
That's kind of what Holland and Gabriel kind of got into. They threw the ball at each other once. Dude, honestly, a game like that, good on you, Mbappe. Like, why would you? Like, they weren't trying to play a game. They were just it was a fight.
Yeah.
Are you gonna, after a street brawl, fight afterwards?
Hey, good fight.
When gangsters or something are shooting at each other after it's all done, do they go up there and shake each other's hands? No. So why would he have to shake his hand?
Yeah.
I was glad he didn't, honestly.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, there was no love lost between those two.
There shouldn't have been.
But yeah, Paraguay did the same thing with Germany. They got away with it, and they moved on. They thought they could do it again. France said, not so fast.
Not so fast, my friend.
And they are on. And we kind of already touched on the Morocco game. Kind of similar, but Canada was just outclassed. They just,
they wore down in the second half.
Yeah.
Jesse Marsch, so they played the best game. You played the best in the first half. You couldn't put away your opportunities. And then Morocco just wore you down in the second half.
Yeah. I was, on bated breath because the next game up was, Spain, Portugal. Yeah. Both of those guys I had advancing, but I always believe that if I'm looking the long game, I needed Spain to keep moving. And it was a tight game. It was a tight game. Did you see anything that you liked about the Brazil-Portugal game?
Spain-Portugal game, you mean?
What did I say?
Brazil. Portugal.
Spain, whatever.
They speak the same. Brazil, Portugal, they speak the same language.
Maybe.
They do.
Okay.
I don't know. Spain, I actually thought it was kind of a quasi-boring game.
It was. That's why I was like, you got anything for this? Because it's kind of just...
But that is kind of Spain to a T. That's kind of why I was like, I kind of wanted them to win if USA won, because Spain just kind of passes it around too much. And
yeah. I mean, it was 0-0 going into the
91st minute.
91st minute.
Yeah. I mean, Spain will possess you to death. They'll make you run. They'll kind of wear you down. That's what they do, though. I mean, if you look at it at the end of it, though, they haven't conceded a goal all tournament.
Yeah.
It's because they hold on to the ball with possession. And I know we got one of our buddies. He absolutely hates that style. But, I guess that's your best defense is that kind of offense. It is boring to watch. It does worry me now they're going to play a better team, though. They played Portugal. Belgium, though. These teams are eventually, I think, going to score, take the ball from you. But it's one of those where I feel like if Spain wants to go down and score, kind of like Belgium did against us after we scored, I feel like Spain could just do that.
Yeah.
So I'm worried. I am worried about them in that fact that they could just...
They go a different level. It's like, okay, you actually start pushing us. Okay, now we're going to... They seem completely content with a 1-0 win.
That is Spain to a T.
We are fine with that.
Yes, that is them to a T.
Yeah.
Sometimes to a fault because, like in the last World Cup or 2 World Cups ago, they played Russia and they just couldn't score against Russia and went to PKs and lost. But they didn't have a sense of urgency till maybe like the, 85th minute. And by then it was like, they wasted 85 minutes of trying to score. So I don't know. Sometimes maybe having that sense of urgency earlier would be better.
Yeah. Speaking of sense of urgency, Argentina finally had it. I picked this game, the last one for us to talk about, but I guess I'm not even going to talk about the Switzerland-Colombia game because that was just kind of...
That was boring too.
Yeah. 0-0 going to PKs.
Yeah.
Yay! Yeah. And you talked about the and we'll do a real quick touch before we get to Argentina. But you talked about the longest odds for the teams that left, and you mentioned Norway. I mean, Swiss has got to be the longest of the long of whoever's left.
Yeah.
Right? They're
a good team. They're a good team, though. They are.
Okay. All right. We'll see.
Yeah.
But they have to go up against the defending champs who just are walking on water right now with the comeback win. I know that the controversial VAR's rearing its ugly head again with some of the decisions and the pullbacks of goals and whatnot. I'm not intelligent enough to tell you what we got into this when I was complaining about the Germany goal that got called back because of the goalie interference.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take a step back and say I don't know what I'm talking about with penalties. I don't know what is a penalty. I know what looks like a penalty and what doesn't look like a penalty.
It was a penalty. It was just, was that so far removed from the goal happening in real time that you can't bring it back? And I think it was a good call because Egypt legit took it with no, there was no back passing. It was just a full throttle attack that was in fluid motion that was a direct result of the foul that was committed. Look, if Egypt got the ball and then they kind of pass it around a couple times just randomly, and then they went up and tried to score and did score, I would say no, that's not going to count because, what was I trying to think of? No, that's the wrong example to make. I'm sorry.
No,
it's kind of lost. But either way, it was just as a direct result of that.
You believe it to be a legitimate foul.
Yeah, it was a foul. I mean, he did clip him from behind. I think what the reason that they were mad more was because of how much time elapsed from that foul to the goal and how far away it was, that it just felt like enough time had passed that
if there was a foul, it would have been called by now, type thing. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, the thing with the VAR calls, to your point, it's I didn't realize that how far back they can look. There's almost no statute of limitations. They're if there's a flow and there's no break in possession, they're they could keep going, and then they can eventually be but way back here there's a foul, so we're gonna call that.
That's the thing. Yeah, it's how far is too far? To go.
So I can argue that, but man, Egypt went from flying high to. In the span, and again, we talked about this with the I think it was the Belgium game. They scored 2 goals within 6 or 7 minutes. Argentina scored 3 goals starting at the 79th minute in 13 minutes to take the lead. And man, was it just must watch. I recorded. I'm going to watch it again.
Okay, yeah.
Because I got my boy Messi.
Dude. He has 15 goals past the age of 35.
It's incredible. I mean, I am so excited because the Golden Boot is truly a 4-man race right now. It is,
and it's stars.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah. This has been a great World Cup, man.
It has been a great World Cup, yeah. Haaland's got the most, goals in the 2026 campaign right now. It says he's got, 7 goals, which leads the all-time World Cup knockout stage tallies over Messi, Mbappe, and Ronaldo. Is that right? Or is this data point incorrect?
I thought Messi's goal might have taken him to 8.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it was. I don't know. But yeah, Messi's incredible. I'm not arguing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has 14 career goals, and then he's also got to be one of the leaders in assists. His corners and his crosses are just chef's kiss.
God gifted him he can just play with his left foot. He doesn't miss anything ever with that foot.
Except for that PK.
Yeah, he does. I mean,
I don't understand. How can a guy that talented struggle with PK so much?
I'm glad you brought that up. I want to make this point real quick. So Messi has done this before. I just told you he has 15 goals past the age of 35. He was kind of an international disappointment
up to that point. Yeah,
up to the last World Cup.
Yeah.
They lost the final where he was non-existent. He's been in big games in World Cup history where he's been non-existent. So I want to say this. I'm not comparing Christian Pulisic to him at all. I'm not. But look, guys, even the greatest of all time has gone through these journeys where I want everyone then to remember all the bad stuff they said about him because he's only 26 or 27. He will be back in 4 years.
Yeah.
You never know what can happen. Sure. This could be a learning experience, but not all the greats have always done what they've done
immediately
in a World Cup. Messi, up until winning it, he's almost quit multiple times because he's missed penalty kicks in the Copa America before, in like the final. He has let his team down before. Now he's won a lot of games for them, so has Christian, but it's just stop trying to think that like just because you're our best player that you've got to live up, and you think that like the Messis and Ronaldos are always perfect. Ronaldo's been a disappointment in the World Cup in almost every World Cup. He really has. He's played in 6 World Cups and has like 8 goals. Yeah. That's terrible. Messi, up until last World Cup, not great.
No.
So the story could be in 4 years. Remember how disappointing it was and how he didn't play well, but he learned from it and came back, and now look at him. Like, there's a possibility. Just because you have one bad World Cup does not mean that you'll just never, ever be able to rise above that and actually, like, be positive. So take that for what you want.
You're trying to pump Pulisic up. You're just like, hey, man, it's not over until the fat lady sings.
But we're all this in our society. It's all like what's right in front of us now, and it's just you can't think then that we could ever get any better or that the guy could ever redeem himself.
So with the Argentina, obviously I'm biased because I drafted them with my second pick.
Yeah,
and they right now again. They're not making it easy. It's like when we got out of the group stages, they looked like they had the clearest path to the finals. And I was like, ooh. Squeaker against Cape Verde. Squeaker against Egypt. Are they a team of destiny, or are they playing too dangerously and eventually it's going to bite them?
Maybe a little too dangerously. They're kind of Spaining this thing where they're just...
Spaining this. They're doing a total Spain.
They're kind of just... they'll turn it on when they have to, but are just, and they're a possession based team too, where they like to pass it around a lot, lull you to sleep a little bit. Maybe you need to be a little bit more attacking,
a little more urgency.
That's the problem. Like like with a France, like when these teams play each other better, sometimes you see a stalemate game where no team wants to go and do anything, and it becomes boring, or you got both teams that are actually trying to attack and they're not as like back defensively, so you can see a really good game and you'll see Argentina take their chances. But yeah, when you got a team like Cape Verde that is just gonna pack it in, even the same a little bit with Egypt, it is tough to score. Like I'll be honest, and then Egypt counterattacked for both of their goals and for 3 of them technically, I guess. So it's like that's the thing you don't want to do. But Egypt is letting them come up and play, whereas a team like France or England, some of these other teams, like they're not just going to sit back and let you have possession. They're going to try to take it, open the game up more. Right. And I think that's where Argentina tries to kind of lull you a little bit, and they'll be more exciting. So I think the better teams they play, I think the better they'll play.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing because, again, to your point, like much like what Paraguay did against Germany, right? They're like, we're not going to try and match you possession for possession. We're going to wait for you to make just a minor mistake, and then we're going to take that 1 or 2 chances and try and make the most of it. It felt like Egypt was, like you said, kind of a counterpunch, right? They're like, we're going to hold back, and then when we get – our chances might be much less. We might get 2 chances to your 10.
Yep.
But we're going to make the most out of this too.
And they did.
Yeah, absolutely. I like Mo Salah. I think he's a great player. So, it was tough seeing him out. But I'm selfishly like, sorry, it's time for you to
I'd rather see Argentina move on as well, even if you picked them.
Yeah. Well, thank you. And I did pick them.
I know you did.
Speaking of picking them, man, are you getting word? Feet juice 2026 is coming. Or is it starting to feel like you're backed into a corner?
Yes, I am. Like I need France. I mean, I hope the Final Four is France versus either your Spain or Belgium.
Well, that's gotta
and
be
then
it.
England versus Argentina.
Yeah. And
it's just basically it's like a toss up, and we see what happens after that.
Yeah, you're getting close now. Because I was worried about it was when it looked like Argentina was going out.
Oh, I know. I was like, I'm right.
I was like, if Argentina went down, I was like, my only hope is for Spain to run the table.
Yep.
That was it.
Or Belgium.
Yeah, okay. Spain to run the table. Let's stop. And I was like, that's my only hope. Now I have a little bit more breathing room. And now I feel like you're getting close to, because I feel like out of all of our teams left, England's got the hardest road.
They do.
Well, Belgium technically has
dude, don't sleep on Morocco, man, against France.
Okay. I believe me. I'd be more than happy not to. I would be more than happy not to sleep on Morocco. But I still think, England's got the toughest road. And say hypothetically, because I'm up 10-8 right now in our point totals. Doing the math.
Nice.
If England goes down, you need France to win the whole thing.
I have to. Yeah.
France has to win the whole thing.
And I have to hope that like Switzerland beats Argentina. I just can't have you get.
I think that you I think that you can still you're still mathematically in it if England loses to Norway, but France would have to win the whole thing.
Okay. Oh boy.
But this is what I do. I count my chicks before they hatch. And then watch Argentina's luck is going to find out they're going to lose to Switzerland.
We're like just bad. Well, it's going to be, it's going to be like when we talked about when Georgia was playing Ole Miss in the college football playoff, and we were diving into every single game except for that. We're like, no, Georgia's going to win.
Yeah,
I'm here till like 1 a.m. We're watching that game.
Well, the only thing I do know is I already got 4 points locked up. Because Belgium and Spain, one of them going through. I got 4 more points in the chamber.
I know.
So you need one of these two to lock that up real quick. You're going to be bated breath tomorrow when France faces Morocco. Are you playing? Are you working? Are you going to be out by then? I know you got an early day tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be. I think I play like 4, so I might be up from my nap.
You're going to set an alarm. Act like you're going to be up from your nap. You're going to be wide awake to watch that game. White knuckling. So, yeah, even as we wane down, we still got more to talk about. I'm sure we spent a lot of time on the World Cup today. We're going to spend just as much next week because we'll have all of these games completed. We'll officially be in the quarters, right?
No, we'll be in the finals. 4.
Yeah, that's quarters.
Semifinals. That's the semis.
Whatever. 4 teams left. Quarters, 4. Semi. You should know that. No, I'm just joking. We'll be full-blown into this semifinals, man. Down to 4 teams. Exciting stuff, man.
Very.
You getting excited?
I'm absolutely. This World Cup has been great. The games have been great. I love that you've gotten into it. I love that our friends have gotten into it. It's made it super enjoyable.
Yes. Yeah. Go world. I don't know. That was a terrible
Go soccer.
Are you surprised by how the split of teams competing differentiate by continent? I mean, we're down to. Yeah. I mean, Europe's reigning supreme.
They are. That's a little surprising that it's that many European teams. I thought there might have been at least 2 from South America.
Yeah.
Africa, Morocco was the first team to make it to the semis from Africa. So even getting to the quarters, I would have said maybe 2 could have gotten it. But yeah, it is mostly a European and South American tournament, honestly.
Yeah, it's just the one. It's just Argentina left, right? Yeah. It's Argentina and Morocco and then Europe. It's wild to see. Poor little Australia didn't get to represent their continent.
No.
Sorry, guys.
They tried.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. They got to go home and got to watch their house because I saw an article not too long ago about a man who called on a exterminator or a pest control to come over to his house, and he thought he only had 1 surprise in his house. He actually had 2. So there's a story that came out, and this is why as idealistic as it is, I'll just move to Australia. It's beautiful. The Gold Coast. It's absolutely gorgeous. There's so many freaking things that are trying to kill you in Australia that I'd never feel safe. And it seems far too commonplace to be like, oh, there's a giant venomous snake on my porch.
Yeah, no.
Better call somebody. Like the snake catchers in Australia, that has got to be $1 million industry because they're like, I'm always in business.
Yeah.
Always. So there's a guy that called on a pest or a snake handler, and this guy's literally the company he owns is called Sunshine Coast Snake Catchers. He's a snake catcher. It's a snake catcher. He was called reporting that there was a 7-foot python in one of his bedrooms. I know what you're thinking. No, Sea Bear was not visiting Australia at any time, so no, you can't blame it on him. But there was a 7-foot snake in one of his bedrooms. They locked the doors to keep the snake in there until the snake catcher arrived. And when they came into their room, they saw it was just kind of just chilling there.
Good.
They're like, oh, I'll just come kind of pick this guy up. But after finding the snake, I don't know if they were looking or if it was just kind of there. There was a huge, giant huntsman spider just chilling on the wall.
Nope.
They said it was about 12 inches long.
That's crazy. No way. Yeah, no way.
Which are you less likely to handle? Are you the 7-foot snake or the 12-inch spider?
I don't know if I can answer that. I don't want anything to do with either one of them.
You're just burning the house down.
Yeah, I'm out.
I'm out. You remember that guy
that live there now.
You remember that guy that had like a excavator and was just tearing his house down? Call that guy. Just tear my house down.
Start in that room where they're at and just tear that thing down.
This is where Australians, they're just built different.
Yep.
This guy, he said he saw the snake on the furniture. It was a carpet python. I don't know the differences. And he because he's a snake catcher. He had a specialized hook
that
he used. And then he uses bare hands. After he used the hook, he just uses bare hands to grab the snake and throw it in wherever he needs to. And then when he saw the snake, he was like, well, I'm not here for when he saw the spider, he's like, I'm not here for the spider, but, you know, I'm here. I might as well take care of this. He just improvised, and he used his hat. He took his hat off, and he just grabbed it with his hat. There's a 12-inch spider. 12-inch spider. And he's just like, yoink.
Thank God there are people out there that will do things like that so nonchalantly for the rest of us whims.
I'm like, get it. It's still here. I can feel it crawling all over me.
I'll be like standing outside, like call me when you've got it all figured out.
It's like, I need you to look for eggs. They're like, well, the eggs would be on. I don't care. You take everything out.
Yeah.
Look for eggs. I don't want any baby huntsman turning into giant huntsman. He said he released a spider outside. Kill that thing.
Yeah.
I don't want that released. He knows my house.
He's
like, thanks, boss. It's like, the fresh air is nice. I'm going to go back inside now.
It's like the second he drops him, the spider just turns around and starts going right back.
No, kill it.
Yeah.
I'm one of those guys that I joke around. My wife says I'm scared of spiders. I say I'm not scared of them. I just want them unalive. And that's when we see spiders.
Yeah.
This is how I don't qualify myself as scared of spiders. Because when I see a spider, I'm not like, eek! And I'm not like jumping on furniture. You remember the old cartoons where you only see the girl's legs and lift their skirt up? She's like, ee! I'm not like that.
Okay.
I'm not running into a different room and I'm like, is it gone? No, I'm not doing that. If I see a spider, I have to kill it. Okay. If it runs under something, whatever we have planned, I don't care if we're going to my father's funeral. That's going to wait until I find this thing and I kill it.
Yeah.
It has to be unalived if it's in my house. So that's why I'm like, I'm not scared. I just don't like them. And I'm not scared, but I'm not brave. I'm not scared, but I'm not brave. Yeah. I'm not brave enough to try and catch them and release them.
No.
Because I don't trust my hands in that point. So I'm like, I'm sorry. If I had the dexterity and I believed that I could, yes, I would love to catch you. Because, I mean, yes, I know that spiders are good. I know they're good for the environment. They kill other bugs. They kill mosquitoes. I hate mosquitoes.
Yep. Mosquitoes
are like the one animal on Earth or insect on Earth or whatever you want, a living being on Earth that I think has no redeeming qualities. There's nothing good about a mosquito or a tick. Those are both they're just parasites. Nothing good. So, yes, I understand spiders are good. And, yes, if I had the wherewithal, I would, release it. But I don't. So, squish.
Get a shoe.
I'll even do a tissue. I don't care. Squish. One of our good friends, Jimbo, he knows my aversion to spiders. So much so that he would used to trick me by saying, hey, check out this replay of this football game, and I'd open up the video, and it would be a spider video. So now I don't open up links that he sends me anymore.
Nor should you.
I'll send it to you. I'll be like, can you check this link out and just see how it is?
I'll check it out.
There's one that he sent me where it's a woman with a broom, and she sees a spider, and she tries to squish it, and when she squishes it, the egg sac pops, and like a million baby spiders just...
No.
And I'm like, burn the house down.
Yeah.
Burn it down.
Honey, we're moving.
It's funny you mentioned the huntsman spider. Like, you're like, if you just let him out, he's just going to right back inside. You're not exaggerating, because huntsman spiders also, and I don't know why I went down this nightmarish wormhole, but huntsman spiders have been known. They just completed a scientific whatever it's called experiment study. Thank you. Spiders on the brain just rocked me.
Yeah, they're getting
where they've coded that the huntsman spider is the fastest spider in the world, and it's faster than some humans. It can run up to 8 miles an hour, the huntsman spider.
Yeah, you kill that thing, man.
I mean, if you get him in a corner, you just got it, man.
Yeah.
The only thing worse than a spider is a fast spider.
Yeah, man, you don't know where they're going.
No.
Up a wall.
And they might have that fight or flight. They might come right at you.
I know. That's always got to be the
Get away from
fear.
me. It's like, don't jump at me. Have you ever seen the jumping spiders? Have you ever seen the camel spiders? They look like the face huggers from Alien.
Oh, yeah. Those are gross, man.
Yeah.
Spiders, the people that like spiders or any of those like almost amphibians.
Creepy crawlies.
We just don't chew the same dirt. I don't know what we'd have in common, because there's like something that's just different in the brain.
Yeah, we're wired just completely differently. There's just some wires crossed there. I don't know.
I feel like every time, my wife is kind of like you. I don't think she's scared of spiders. Maybe a little bit more than you are, but definitely, if you're in the house, like, you've got to be dead. And man, I feel so bad because if I don't kill it, because I have to be the one to kill it.
Okay.
Which I don't like. I don't like spiders either. But I gotta sit there and be like, I got it, honey. Don't worry.
This is what you married me for.
Yeah, basically. But if I don't, and I'm like, honey, he got away. I'm like, she's just worried all night about it. I'm like, I can't do. He like went in some crevice. I'm like, I don't know how else to get him out.
That's when you lie. Got him. There's only one good time to lie to your wife. That is it.
I've done it when I know I can. I do. But if it's like, if we're like in the living room and she sees me like swat at it and like I miss it and it like falls or something.
And you're like, oh, like you do that move.
And then I'm like looking for it.
And she sees that you're still looking for it.
Yeah. I'm like, I can't lie out of that one. But if it's like in the bathroom.
Can't get out of this one.
It's in the bathroom and I'm like, I hit it and I miss it. I'll still crumple up the paper and like throw it in there and flush it. Be like, got him, honey.
Yeah, my wife's never called my bluff. There are only a few times where I've missed, but then I like you said, I crumple up the tissue. And she's like, did you get it? And I don't know. She's never called my bluff. I was like, yeah, you want to see it?
Oh, you say want to see it?
I'm like, again, you gotta show some confidence. Your bluff's got to be strong. Your bluff game's got to be strong. And she's like, she never wants to see it. She's like, no, just throw it away. I was like, okay. Reuse the tissue. It's like, I should do that next time. Got it. And then I blow my nose. She'd be like, oh my God. Her head would explode.
And then you'll be like, no, I actually didn't get it. She'd be like, what?
Even worse.
Yeah.
When that Pandora's box. No, but yeah, that's the only time you're allowed to lie to your wife. When you need to just, it's to quell a greater fear.
Yes.
And you're like, worst case scenario, the spider comes up. Wives don't have photographic memories. That's the same spider. You said you killed it.
But man, what if 20 minutes later that same spider comes back, and then the next day it's like a SWAT team of like,
because they're like, we're infested. Yes. You killed one, there's another one.
I'm like, oh God, honey.
That's true. There's a way that it could trickle down, I suppose. Backfire. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
You know what else has backfired? Some of these NL East teams that we kind of picked out. You ready to kind of go through this? It's our baseball talk time. Baseball talk. We are officially at the end. We're at a crossroads. Perfect timing because the All-Star break's coming up. So during the All-Star break we can take a look. I have to re-listen. That was like 20 episodes ago. We have to re-listen to our preseason predictions. Pre-predictions, because we are finally at the halfway point or getting very close to it. We are ending our division talk with the NL East. Ended on a high note. I am rocking the Nationals affiliate alternate jersey. So this is for the Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
Mayflies, but they had a luau night. So do you know what kind of flower this is?
Is it a lilac?
No.
Is it I'm not going to get it.
Yeah, you come on. Green thumb over here. It's a hibiscus.
Oh, it is. Okay.
And a beautiful.
I was trying to think of hydrangea.
Yeah. Hibiscus, so so this is their luau alternate jersey for the Harrisburg Mayflies, doesn't it? Give me a little aloha vibe, shaka brah.
And it's blue.
And it's blue.
You look good in
blue. Rock my baby blue eyes when the lady loves me blue. Absolutely. Yeah. So, so I was like, we're talking about the Nationals division. We got to rock some Nats gear.
I love it.
We love the alternates. You getting another one of these?
I know. I gotta pull the trigger.
I'm trying to give you that itch. I'm trying. Every time I rock a new one, I'm trying to give you that itch.
I know. It's working.
All right.
I got paid today.
Flush down the hat toilet.
Wait for 2 more weeks.
All right, but let's go into it. We always do this for the division talks, guys. We talk about who's impressed us the most. Has our predictions changed of who we think is going to win the division this far down? Hey, we're finally in the Nats division. Are the Nats going to pull a Nats run, a World Series run, or is there another team that's in the division? And then we'll end with any good NL East trade rumors, because there are a lot of chatter about some trades in the NL East. So what do you got for me, man? Who's impressed you the most so far?
Part of me wants to take the Nats, but I always knew they were going to have a really good offense and a really bad pitching, and kind of where they're at is a little bit better than I thought they would be, but I got to pick the Miami Marlins, man.
The Marlins.
Who saw this coming? I mean, they are like an offensive juggernaut. They're 6th in OPS, their pitching is like they got the 10th best ERA. I couldn't, other than Yuri Perez, I really can't name you a pitcher on that team.
Hard to.
So
Max Meyer. I like Max Meyer.
I'm not sure Max Meyer. But man, they are just, I mean, they're hot right now. They're 22-8 over their last 30 games. They are playing some great baseball. They have been nothing but a surprise.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're a big baseball head, yeah, I would wager to say you can't name me a single batter on this team.
Other than fantasy, Otto Lopez, thank you, Will, for dropping him.
Yeah, batting 343.
I know.
124 hits to today. Well beyond the next guy in the MLB.
And Kyle Stowers, because Dwight picked him up, and now he's the best player in fantasy baseball.
Is he really?
He finished like over the last like week or two. He's like number 1 or 2.
Is that the guy you had forever and you finally dropped?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You see, but again, this is a personal thing that you have. But again, for like the generic guy, there's no Aaron Judges, there's no Shohei Ohtani's. Nope. There's not even a James Wood on this team.
Nope.
And they're doing it, man. They're 9 games above 500 right now, right at almost the halfway mark. And to your point, they're not blowing the doors off outside of batting average. But again, that's being carried by Otto. He's batting 343.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Like the him alone is going to put them in the top 10 in batting average. But everything else, they're just they're not terrible at anything.
Exactly.
They might not be the best at everything, but they're not terrible at anything. They've got a old head in Sandy Alcantara still pitching for them. Yeah. Not great, but maybe that steady leadership is
helping them young pitchers,
right? And then you mentioned Yuri Perez, Max Myers pitching very well, 258 right now.
Yeah.
So I mean
that Liam Hicks guy is out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere, one of the best catchers in baseball.
Yeah.
One of the best catchers, or at least offensively. I don't know how he is defensively.
I guess he's doing a good job, at least, I guess.
Yeah, enough that he's He's keeping the job. Because I remember Augustin Ramirez was supposed to be their big hype catcher. He is yesterday's news.
Yep.
I don't even know if he's on the team right now.
I think he's AAA.
I think he's just, we don't need this guy.
Nope.
Yeah. And they got a few cast-offs. They got Austin Slater on the team now. They got Christopher Morrill, that used to be a Cub last year.
I think he's in AAA now, Morrill. I think they just sent him down.
You're right. He was batting like 162.
Yeah, he sucks.
Okay. A little personal there.
Yeah. I kept drafting him.
You're like, this is the chance he'll have. Yeah. In any other division, and if my team wasn't in this division, I might agree with you as most impressive. But no, the correct answer is the Nationals. The Nationals are the most impressive team in this division because of what everybody expected them to be.
Yeah.
And I know that you said they'd always have good bats. I would disagree. I don't think that there's a lot of people that maybe aren't 2 levels deep in the MLB that would have said the Nats have a strong offensive. Yes, they had James Wood, but he faltered second half last year. Nobody predicted C.J. Abrams to have the year that he's having right now.
You're right. I guess it was more they thought that Dylan Lyle would do better and Xander Cruz would.
Xander Cruz? Master Cylinder. Yes, absolutely.
I think they thought that those 2 guys would actually do better. So maybe it's not the same right guys on offense, but I think the offense was expected to be really good.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that they thought, to your point, that they would be competitive, and I don't think they thought that they'd get shut out a ton. I don't think anyone predicted them leading the league in runs scored.
No, not that great. No. Yeah.
Leading the whole MLB in runs scored. Nobody had that out of Vancouver. So that's why I consider them most impressive. I think that everybody had chalked this up. New management, new coach, pretty much an overhauled pitching staff. The guys that were supposed to be the mainstays aren't there. Mackenzie Gore gone. JoJo Gray, he hasn't pitched a single inning.
Yeah.
He was our big piece in that Scherzer trade to the Dodgers. Him and K-Bear. Baby Bear. I'm going to start calling Baby Bear.
Okay.
With J Bear, Baby Bear. But C.J. Abrams, he's batting 312. He's got, I don't even, how many home runs does he have right now? Like 18?
Yeah, he's close to 20, I think.
I mean, it's incredible. This is the thing. And then even their pitching, to your point, Foster Griffin, sub-3 ERA. Cavalli is over 100 Ks for the year already.
Yeah.
He is tracking for 200 Ks. This is the guy that could never stay healthy. And I'm probably jinxing him right on this thing.
Well, he just left his last start with like a fatigued arm.
Did he really?
Yes.
Oh, man. So it wasn't me. I'm just excelling it a little bit. And outside of those 2 arms, there's some,
They're not great, man.
Yeah, I mean, Zach Luttrell. I mean, Mikolas. He's got to be Greek. Mikolas. Michael Mikolas. Opa. But I mean, their pitching isn't terrible. Yes, it is terrible. I mean, they're bad. Their ERA is 27th in the league. Yeah. Their home runs allowed is 28.
Yeah.
But they're batting. They again number 1 in runs, number 2 in home runs, number 2 in slugging, number 8 in batting average, number 9 in on base percentage.
They're number 1 in stolen bases.
They are crushing it.
It's fun to watch.
It is.
It's a fun game to watch because it's a high-scoring affair.
You know you're going to get some dingers in this game. Yeah, if you ever, for those of you betting fans, always bet the over on home runs hit in a Nats game. Yeah. Always. Don't matter who's on the mound. They're going to find a way. But yeah, I mean, CJ now has 19. He must have hit a home run. I should know because I'm playing against him in fantasy freaking right now. James Wood's got 25. Curtis Mead, I mean, he's hit 15.
I know. You're leaving out the.
I know Luis Garcia because he's on your team. 19 home runs. He's matched, and it's funny because CJ gets all the noise, but Luis, that's your boy.
He's like 3rd in the league in RBIs.
He is. 65.
And he doesn't even play every day because they won't trust him to go against left-handed pitching.
That's crazy to think if they just give him a few more at bats. Just a few more. Give a few more of the lefties, man. Come on. But yeah, he's tied with CJ right now in the RBIs with 65 RBIs. Yeah. They both have 60. It's
a second baseman and shortstop.
Your middle infielders are leading your, and it's crazy because I'm like, I wonder, I'm gonna trust the pros because again, their offense is incredible. But why you guys got 25 homers? Why is James Wood leading off? Why is he leading off?
Shohei leads off. Kyle Schwarber leads off.
I know. It's just it's these advanced metrics that I'll still never just be able to wrap my head around.
I'm with you on that one too. But maybe they're just maybe they're comfortable in that spot. Schwarber definitely. They've tried to bat him other places after he left Chicago, and finally Philly was like after years they're like just bat first, and he's like okay, and now I'm gonna pop 50 homers a year.
Every year, man.
Yeah, I don't get it.
So I'm impressed. And again, maybe because it's just too close to home to me, they are the most impressive team because I think that I truly thought they were at least 2 years away from being above 500 at the halfway mark, and they're doing it right now. I think that's incredible. I'm worried that they're just going to blow it all up again. Like I still am concerned, and we should be talking about the whole NL East. So this will be the last pitch. It's like I don't see us retaining Wood. I don't see us retaining Abrams.
Yeah.
And we've only got like probably another 2 years of control on both of those guys. So let's enjoy it. Let's make a run. I'd love it if we added a few pieces, and let's make a sprint with these guys before we end up just either not re-signing them or trading them away for. We're going to turn to the Brewers, and we're just going to trade away everybody for prospects and try and keep that young energy going. So we'll see. But I still think they're the most impressive because I did not see this.
It's close. I think at the beginning of the year, if we rated all of our teams, I think we would have had the Nats above the Marlins.
Oh, absolutely.
And right now the Marlins are above the Nats.
Okay, so I can see your argument there. I disagree.
I know you do.
But I can see your argument right there. All right, man. Well, how about winning the division? We're hyped on these two teams that we were impressed by. Do you have them win the division?
Sadly, no.
Yeah.
But I think I think your boys should be worried.
They should be. They are on a free fall, my friend.
Because that Philly freight train is a coming.
Choo-choo, all aboard.
And they are probably the most dynamic, whether they're buyers or sellers, at the trade deadline of any team in Major League Baseball. And the Braves are typically not. So I don't know. Phillies are already playing better. Atlanta's pitchers can't stay healthy. Acuna's out. I get that.
Again?
Yeah, but it seems like he comes back, someone else gets hurt. So I don't know. They're kind of floundering a little bit, and Phillies are just on freaking fire. Their outfield, they've got like the 3 best outfielders in the NL almost. Like Marsh, Harper, and Schwarber doesn't play in the outfield. But those 3 bats are great.
Yeah.
Regardless, like they're 3 of the best hitters in the league right now.
Yeah, I mean Harper's cleared 20 home runs already now. Schwarber's at 31.
I know.
That's insane. And yeah, Brandon Marsh again cast off. Wasn't he on the Angels I know he's been on the Phillies for a while now, but
might have been
just another guy that the Angels just let kind of walk for nothing. Just genius move. How is that front office still in place? Yeah, and they've got arguably one of the best pitchers in the league right now, Christopher Sanchez.
You know, he got blowed up on Monday by
Everybody
your Royals.
Everybody has an off night. Everybody has an off night.
know.
He's still, even with that blow up, he's got a 2.62 ERA right now.
Wheeler's on fire.
Wheeler's back on fire. Even some guys that, I mean, there's Jekyll and Hydes in that pitching rotation in Aaron Nola and Luzardo.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're gonna get swings and misses.
Yeah.
And you don't need them to be perfect when you got two other aces on that staff. I don't think anyone's complaining with, even if he's an aged out Aaron Nola as your fourth.
He's an innings eater, man. Helps the bullpen.
He does.
And with an offense like that, it's going to be a higher scoring game, but you're going to get a Nola gem every so often, and he's going to at least throw you 6 innings, if not 7.
Yeah. The only reason that I'm going to disagree with you, I still think the Braves hold on. Like, let them have their little... I'd rather them dip now and then bounce back. When I look at that lineup and those bats, I just think the Braves are deeper. I know that Harper, like you said, Harper, Schwarber, and Marsh are playing out of their minds right now.
Yeah.
But when you remove those three, there's a huge drop.
Yeah.
In available. Trey Turner's really just not doing much. He's batting 240. He's got 10 home runs. The next, outside of those three guys, so you got Schwarber at 31, Harper at 20, Marsh at 15. The next leading home run hitter and RBI is Alex Bowen with 11 and 47.
God, he's awful. I hate him so much.
So if you remove those three,
yeah,
I wonder if one of those guys goes down.
Well, Turner had a hot second half. Was it like 2 years ago? That famous documentary thing where the fans actually, instead of booing him, started cheering him on, and he actually started playing better. But I don't know. He could turn it on.
Hey, yeah, listen to this for the fans. Novel idea. Maybe cheer for your guys and they'll play better. Shocker. Right? Instead of booing them, kicking them when they're down, maybe root for your team. Jesus Christ. But again, yeah, I still have the Braves winning this. I think I had the Braves winning the wild card.
You did, wild card.
But I don't know if I was just hedging my bets when I said that. I just believe in those bats way too much. I mean, like, even with their falter, and they've been seeing kind of a drop down. Everything from Matt Olson, who's been playing great.
Yeah.
Drake Baldwin, I know he's dipped recently, but still,
he must be still hurt or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But Acuna, if they can get him back again, slow roll this guy. If he's ready, keep him on the AL for another week, just to really make sure that he's ready.
And don't have him try to steal a base his first game back.
Yeah, dude. He's got 15. He don't need to steal 15 bases. He don't need to steal another 15. He don't need to steal another 5. Nope. Just keep him healthy. Michael Harris, we were hyping him. We were down, and then he was up, and then he's down again. But, he's still batting over 300. Albies, Riley, they have the potential. I'm a little bitter. I know you guys, Riley, freaking. I gave up.
I just redropped him.
You do drop him?
I did.
Oh man, I was waiting for this podcast for you to gloat that you picked him up, and you already dropped him. All right, but he has potential. I still believe in the bounce back. I just couldn't wait any longer. My team is on free fall. I need to do something. I cannot lose to Jimbo.
I'm so rooting for Jimbo.
I know you are. I never thought I'd see the day. Never thought I'd see the day you're rooting for Jimbo. But when it's against me, I shouldn't be surprised.
Plus, I want Jimbo to jump you. I want you out of the playoff
How
picture.
dare you? Yeah, you just don't want to face me in the playoffs.
Well, there's a part of that, maybe. But it's also just all that talk, I'm in second place, I'm coming for you. You're now 25 games
This sounds a lot
me.
like fantasy hockey, my friend. It sounds a lot like fantasy hockey.
Well, it wasn't you that knocked me out.
Didn't need to be. Still went farther. I still got Dwight's or DW's number. Dang it, I did it.
Don't use my real name.
Don't use my real name. We're getting off topic here. Let's stop talking about fantasy. Let's get back to the division here, my friend. So I still think that the Braves are going to win the division. You got the Phillies with their charge, and respectfully so. We talk about the Nats run 1931. We're well past that number of games, but there's only one team that I guess technically qualifies for that run. And it's the team that I had winning the division. It had the team that I think you either had winning division or getting in the wild card. Are the Mets, now that they are finally without Carlos Mendoza, are they going to make a Nats run?
God, no. No way.
They just seem broken.
They are.
For all the talent and all the salary that they have, they are a broken team.
Yep. It almost seems like was broken from the start. Like they just never seem to gel or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. There's just something off on that team.
It's the reason why this guy had to go, Carlos Mendoza. I mean, you look at the pieces and you're like, how is this not all working? Yeah. They're huge pickup in the off seasons. Bo Bichette batting .250. I know that he's bounced back a little bit, but I mean, he's not doing it. Freddie Peralta, his ERA is above 450 now.
He's one of the worst pitchers in the league right now.
It's incredible that this was supposed to be your ace of the staff.
Milwaukee just must do something. It's like when Houston had all those pitchers with their spin rates, and they had God, who was that? Not McCullers. Who was that old guy? Used to play on the Pirates. He was 38, but was a Cy Young guy that he went there. Oh, I'll have to remember his name. But no, it's just he leaves Milwaukee, who has pitchers out the wazoo, to go someplace else, and now he's the worst pitcher in baseball.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they got the magic stuff in Milwaukee, and then once they leave, they just turn into pumpkins. But you even look at this team, and you look at not only the high end talent, but then the budding talent that they had. Juan Soto. Francisco Alvarez, Bo Bichette, these guys are... And then you see some of the vets that they picked up. Marcus Semien, and to a far lesser extent, Jorge Polanco. The only reason I bring him up is because Jimbo, I tried to coach him out of not picking this guy in his keeper league. He picked up Jorge Polanco, and I was like, God. Why? And he was just starting, I think his first baseman. When the season started, I was like, what are you doing? He's batting 183. I don't even think he's actively playing for them right now.
He's been off and on the IL.
And then you look at some of their young bats. AJ Ewing looks like a legitimate guy. Yeah. Benj looks like a legitimate guy. Legit. So with all of these, how is this not getting better? I mean, McClain is supposed to be their young ace, and he technically is leading the team in ERA, but at 3.73.
He's only gotten worse. It's as the season's gone on. I know we kind of both hammered him at the beginning of the year, and then he came out like an ace and made us kind of look a little dumb. But now
we're looking at it. Now we're like, okay, we're not that dumb.
Charlie Morton was the guy.
Charlie Morton.
He couldn't strike out anybody on the Pirates. He gets to the Astros and he's striking out 10 a game. Yeah, it was nuts.
You were bitter about that.
A little bit.
A little bitter. And then he went to the Braves and kept doing it too. Remember, he's just smoking people.
40.
So yeah, they qualify for a team that could go on the run, but I don't think either of us have them.
I feel like perhaps a small asterisk, maybe Miami. I mean, they've come back from. They're 22-8 in their last 30. So if we had talked about them a few weeks ago, they'd be in that kind of position. And plus, they're kind of you just don't think that they will. So that they could, but I just think the Phillies and Braves are just too strong.
Yeah, it's a 2-man race to that division right now. And again, technically Miami's literally a half a game behind Philly right now.
And Philly's only 2 games behind Atlanta.
So and the Nats are only 6.5 games behind Atlanta too. 6.5 games out of first.
I'd love to see the Nats get a wild card.
Oh man, that'd be so great.
That would be fun.
So great. Not counting my chickens there,
but you never know.
Yeah, they could be buyers at the trade deadline. They could make a move and get an extra arm, maybe solidify their bullpen. I don't think they're going to need to look for a bat.
No, God, no.
They are stacked on bats.
Yes.
Stacks on bats. But speaking of tradesmen, there's been a lot of swirling around. I think that the Braves, the Phillies, they're going to be aggressive at the trade deadline. I don't ever see the Marlins as buyers at the trade deadline. I think they're just we're just kind of sit with what we have and see if it works out.
They're kind of I think the St. Louis Cardinals. They didn't think they'd be at this point.
And they're
so they're kind of we're not really going to do anything to ruin.
We're not going to overreact.
Yeah.
Right? We're not going to overreact. But the Nats, they could go one way or the other. I could see them buying. I could see them selling.
Could you see them? You said they got stacks on bats. What about getting rid of a bat for a good pitcher?
It's possible. I don't think they're gonna. There's never a way at this point. They're never gonna get rid of one of those big names like CJ or Wood or even Garcia. I don't think at this point.
You don't think they get rid of Garcia?
I don't. I don't see that. I see them maybe shipping off Curtis Mead. I could see them maybe,
He was a top prospect, so people could really... That's a good trade chip, I think.
And I also think that they've got a lot of, potential highs, potential lows, or like high ceilings, but also deep floors. So it's a crapshoot in the outfield. I don't think they're going to get rid of Dylan Cruz. They're not ready to kind of ship him off.
Yeah.
But I could see them looking at Jacob Young, maybe trading him. I could see that. I don't know how much. The only thing that they would make sense is like getting a middle reliever for him. Because their bullpen is somehow worse than their starting pitching. So that's incredible. But yeah, and I feel like that's been us for the last like 5 years, is that our middle and our middle relief is just the absolute worst in the entire freaking country. But going into the big guys, man, I mean, there have been talks about, the Braves being in the Skee-Ball sweepstakes.
Yep.
So I know that that's something that's, being floated around. It's crazy, but I keep hearing an in-division trade, it always seems crazy. Bo Bichette keeps getting floated around. Oh, I have
seen that, yes.
He keeps getting floated around inside of his own division. Like, the Braves apparently are poking around talking about Bo.
Bo and Jeremy Pena from the Astros.
Yeah, Jeremy Pena too. Yep, I saw that too. For Philly, like I said, they've got 3 big bats, but it's a desert outside of them. So I've heard about Wilson Contreras potentially. Your boy Wilson going over, because the Red Sox, they got nothing to play for right now.
They might be complete sellers.
Oh, yeah.
They've been playing as of late.
No, they're too far gone. So, I mean, it would make the most sense. And I'm sorry, your boy Wilson Contreras, he might have more ejections than stolen bases this year. He's been ejected like
3 times. I think he has 2 stolen bases.
Yeah, right now. All right, it's tracking.
I was glad he came out and like gave it seemed contrite.
Semi apology.
No, he is a little bit of a hothead.
A little bit.
I'll take it so. You just keep jacking homers.
Yeah, it's crazy again, but the Mets have to be a seller at this point.
Man, it's just
depreciation assets. It'd be crazy if they traded Bo after they just signed this.
Because they're gonna have to pay. Like, the only way it's gonna work. I don't know how those trades would work, but
they eat that salary.
Yeah, like the Mets are going to have to eat that salary.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. So you're just basically, you're just get off my team.
Well, they could if they eat the salary of Bo, like a good portion of it, we're talking about like 60% or more of that salary, they could get a good return for Bo.
They could. You're right.
They could get a good return. A lot of prospects, I'm sure. Yeah. I bet you they could get a good haul for Bo. If they ate that contract.
I wouldn't get Bo Bichette.
I know you wouldn't. You're not a Bo lever. You're not a Bo lever.
Not if. I guess if you just want a bunch of hits. I don't know.
Yeah, a bunch of hits. Luis Alvarez, a poor man's Luis, or a very expensive man's Luis. Apparently,
at that point, yeah, for the money. I guess I should have said, like, I'm a fan of the guy, but for what you're going to have to pay to get him, I don't know.
But that's why you kind of have the Mets over a barrel, right? You're like, listen, I'll take him off your hands, but not at that price point.
Yeah,
and I'll give you some prospects back because he's a talent, but I'm not going to pay what you guys paid because you guys way overpaid for this guy. But yeah, whether it's Bo Bichette underperforming, the ace is just doing terrible. You won the bet. Luckily, we didn't put anything on this bet, but you won the bet. Carlos Mendoza fired before the Giants fired their minor league manager. Stories came out, and he was throwing shade out the door.
He
man.
was.
Like he blamed the assistant GM, he blamed coddling of Soto. He said that it was all. I was like, you're really not looking for another job right now, my friend. Like, you don't do that. Don't talk crap on your way out the door. Yeah, just take your lumps.
What if that was something that was like quasi well known within baseball circles? Like, what if Juan Soto is just known for that in baseball?
What, getting coddled?
Yeah.
I mean, then it doesn't need to be said. If it's well known, it doesn't need to be said. The best thing you can do, if I'm a hiring owner, I know it, you know it. Even if I asked you, I was like, Jason, it looked like they were just like literally giving Soto manicures in the suite in between innings, man. Is that true? Like, your answer should be like, you know what, I'm not going to, speak to, the challenges that I had, or I'm not going to kind of go over in that. I thought that we had a good team. I thought there was ability there. Some things may have been out of my control, but I still, am, gracious enough to say that I could have done things differently, and this is what I would have done. That's the right answer. Not, yeah, man, because again, in this sense, it's like you're blaming it. So you're telling me that you can't control your team. You allowed this to happen. Why am I going to hire you? If I want a superstar on my team and somebody else is calling them, I need a strong manager that's able to come in and be like, hey, I need you to sit with the guys. You're a leader on this team. I'm a leader on this team. Let's act like leaders on this team. But you let it happen.
I think it's the other way. I think it's Mendoza being like, I think I need to be with a strong owner and a strong GM front office that will let me say, Juan, you're part of the team. If I tell you to run, go freaking run. Don't complain and then let the owner or whoever say, that's okay, we don't have to do that. Because it doesn't sound like Mendoza was coddling him. It sounded like it was out of his control, and I think that's what he's trying to say to people. Well, you're right, maybe in baseball circles you know it, but I think he's kind of like tired of being the whipping boy where it's like, it was not me. Like, it was out of my control. This place is a mess. And I want people to know that.
Rename the New York Mess instead of the Mets.
Yes.
Or the New York Mess.
So I think as an owner, I wouldn't mind that. And I think Mendoza would be like, what kind of owner and like leadership group are you going to have? Are you going to let me manage my team, or are you going to just let the star players do what they want?
I don't know. It's like, but at the same time, I also think of owners as being these egotistical, like, holier than thou forces where they're like, it's never our fault, it's always their fault.
Well, of course.
So a good owner, yeah, in theory, but they also don't want to hear from their incoming manager. It's like, I had a crappy owner. Okay, so you're gonna try and point the finger at me?
Well, okay, maybe it is. Maybe it is more like the GM. You know, like obviously we had the stuff with like Breslow and Cora. So okay, maybe you don't. Okay, I take that back. You don't go after the owner, but you're just kind of like, hey, so who runs this thing? Like the GM or me?
Yeah.
Like who is it? Because I couldn't do what I wanted to do with New York, and this is why, and this is what happened. And so, what are you gonna let me do?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Play that Beyonce song. Who runs the world? Yeah. Girls. No,
Mendoza.
Mendoza. No. So yeah, but I mean, luckily for Carlos, you know, he's not the only one getting fired in New York. You know, this is a little dated, but we just had no time to put it in there. But I want to talk about it because I think it's just so hilarious. The stupidity of people in very advantageous situations. So there was a story that came out with it right after the Knicks again winning it all, you know, like 53 years out of the gutter. They finally did it. What did they do? Of course, they had a parade. And of course, it went off the freaking rails. Because New York is insane.
Yeah.
Fans are insane. And they have had very little to cheer about in any of their professional sports for quite some time.
Yes.
I don't know what, since Eli Manning, I suppose?
Yes. Yeah.
So they finally had something to root for and be excited about, and they had a huge parade. I mean, you saw some of the videos. There were people that were like ODing on top of like lampposts, and people were getting dragged off. Did you see this guy? He was completely OD'd on top of like a phone booth or I don't know, an awning or something like that. A young woman who was a EMT came up. I think she was off duty because she was wearing her like Knicks stuff.
Yeah.
She came and tried to save him. He came to, and then he immediately tried to start making out with her.
Oh. My God.
And she's like, no. Like, I just saved your life. God. That's thanks enough.
Yes.
Like, I don't need you to.
God.
I love you. And just like tongue out and everything like that. But I mean, there was. They had these. You know, New York tried to celebrate as much as it could, so they took these trash cans and they emblazoned them in like the Knicks colors, had the emblem and everything.
They
like that.
look cool,
right? Apparently, people thought they were free to take, and they were good to take home and have it be the centerpiece of your New York apartment decor. Because there was a one overexcited fan who decided that I'm going to take this home. And did not care about trying to hide her face. There's a video of her very blatantly dumping all the trash out of the trash can. It was a full trash can.
Wait, was she like a little short, overweight?
Yes, she was a little Oompa Loompa. That's the same one.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm going to put her on blast because, again, I mean, who does this? Her name is Angie Baez. Not only did she do this, but she's also not like your local barista. She's not driving Uber for a building. This woman was a JP Morgan Chase executive.
Oh my God, it's the same woman.
Same woman. That you saw the video?
I saw that video and I was like, this can't be the same one that got fired.
She was recorded dumping out the trash can,
a full trash
can, and just taking home. It's like, this is mine now as a souvenir. Yeah. Well, of course, what happens in these situations? She goes viral for doing this. This very large, very financially sound industry or this company came across it and fired her.
Yeah.
Fired her for it. She was clearly seen dumping out the special edition Knicks-themed trash can onto the Manhattan sidewalk very calmly, very casually.
Oh, yeah.
Just a lot like laissez-faire, no big deal. And walking away with the metal-graded... It's a metal-graded trash can. What are you going to freaking do with this thing?
It's huge, too. It's not like a small little under-your-desk type thing.
No.
It's a huge trash can.
Like, yeah, where you like, this is truly going to be my coffee table discussion piece. I'm going to put this thing in the middle. It's a trash can.
You know what it looked like? Remember in American Gladiators back in the 90s where you had like you had to like take the ball and you had to run around and you had to like throw it in those little like cylinders.
It looked like the cylinders. Yeah. Kind of did look like that. Well, they installed these specifically to celebrate a championship, and they weren't obviously there for people to kind of just take. This person took it. Once JP Morgan officials confirmed it was her. Again, an executive director focused on community engagement. She was engaging with the community already.
Yep.
She was making it a part of her own. She was swiftly fired. When reached for comment, she declined whether to say it was her actions in the viral video that directly led to her firing. What else could it possibly be? How convenient? How coincidental? I mean, a corporate executive for something like JP Morgan, that's got to be six figures.
Oh,
high six figures, mid-high six figures.
Yeah.
You lost your job
for a trash can.
So it made me think, I was like, what? Have you ever been let go of a job for a very stupid reason? You've had reasons to get terminated. And they were like, they were deemed qualified. Is there anything that you're like, that was a stupid thing for me to do and get fired for?
Believe it or not, when it comes to like me and work, not as much now, but then, I am an absolute rule follower.
You are, man. You are straight-laced. You would never do something like this.
I literally, I don't even know if I consider this a official write-up. I got a documented thing because when I was away, I missed an inventory, and I was supposed to call out, even though everyone knew I wasn't going to be there, but I still had to follow that procedure. I completely forgot about it. And so it's not technically a write-up, but it's documented. I think that's the first time I've ever had anything documented on me, like legit. So I'm scared to break the rules. I honestly am.
I break the rules all the time.
I'm sure you've got a long
It's a laundry list. I don't even want to go over the instances where I have been let go for doing something incredibly stupid, because, I mean, that's in itself. But I'll tell you two occasions that are pretty comparable where I should have been let go and I didn't. Both were, so in both instances, one was with Enterprise Rent-A-Car.
Oh, okay.
And the other was when I was a bartender at Kelly's Tavern, Newport News.
It was a great place.
Start with the one that happened first, so the Kelly's Tavern. So, when I became a bartender there, I had to, earn my stripes. So my first, schedule was mornings. It was usually like Saturday and Sunday mornings.
Yeah.
I love Sunday mornings because I get hyped up for NFL football. I'd have my regulars. They'd come in and do their own thing. But then I eventually graduated and I started working Friday and Saturday nights. Thursday, Fridays, and I had Mondays myself. Mondays were the best.
Yeah, because you're by yourself.
By myself.
Maybe
so I didn't have to split tits.
Yeah.
It was the best. But Fridays and Saturdays were obviously good too. Big crowds, college, community. Yeah. So I had my buddies, my regulars come in. And paid for very few drinks.
Thanks, man.
Remember when I made you that penguin shot? That was disgusting.
It was gross.
I was not a mixologist. And Jimbo can attest to this, I created the first ideology of the fireball shot. Not the one that's made right now, but a mixture where it was Goldschlager, grenadine, and then a few drops of hot sauce. And it tastes just like a fireball candy.
Okay.
They stole my idea.
Yeah.
But whatever. $1 million idea. I didn't really care anyways. So there was one time where it's like I had been vetted into the Friday and Saturday nights. And those shifts, they run until about 4, but there was bars all around. And the customary thing after a Sunday night shift or a Saturday night shift was to, you pretty much stay up until the sun rises. You hang out with your other bartender buddies. You guys, maybe close down a little bit slower, and you hang out a little bit more, listen to the, play some pool, that type of thing.
Okay.
Well, I had forgotten well into this that I had agreed to pick up a Sunday morning shift the following day.
Oh, no.
And 6 a.m. comes rolling around, and I'm like, I'm supposed to be here in 4 hours. So I was like, you know what? I'll set an alarm and I'll power through.
Yeah.
It'll be an easy shift. I'll just cut a bunch of fruit, watch a little football. We're supposed to open up at 10, so I'm supposed to be there like 9.
Okay.
9 o'clock. I go to sleep. I wake up to quite literally one of the opening waitresses who knows me. In my bedroom, she had broken through my window and be like, Brandon, we were supposed to open like 2 hours ago.
Shocker, you overslept. A big thing.
Got there. There were people waiting for the doors to open. Yeah. I'm still reeking. Didn't take a shower, so I reek. Sorry, everybody. First round's on me. Cutting lemons. None the wiser. GM never found out.
Yeah, okay.
Because I was the opening manager, too. I was the bartender and the opening manager. So I just fudged everybody's time cards.
Nice.
Say, hey, you guys all got here on time. None of this happened. Yeah. Made some friends. And, I definitely should have gotten fired for that. And then something similar happened at Enterprise where I was working the Saturday morning and I went out late the Friday night. And I missed the train because I was in D.C.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, I'm going to be so late. I was wearing the same clothes I wore the night before. Yeah. And there was a line of people waiting to rent cars. And I was like 30 minutes late.
Oh, my God.
And I somehow didn't get fired for that either. So there you go. Those are a few Bigo stories. It still worked out for Bigo because I claimed
of course
my job
it did.
There. But you know who else is keeping their job? We'll do one more real quick. I know that we're over 2 hours. You got an early morning. Speaking of, you're going to pull me. You're going to sleep in. You're going to miss it. But I do want to talk about this because it happened last time. We didn't have time, and I want to make sure we have time this time. It is official. I should have worn my Caps gear. Ovi is back.
He is.
He is donning the red of the Capitals at least for one more year.
Yeah, at least one
Very
more.
excited about it.
Are you?
I am. Okay. I think that, he still has a lot to give.
Okay.
I think that we don't necessarily need to lean on him so much. This can be a transition, changing the guard. I still think that he could, put up at least 60, 70 points, maybe 25 goals. I can see that out of him. I'm very excited to have him back on. I think he's good energy for the team. It's good energy for the young guys. And I'm excited to see it. You don't seem as excited for it.
It just seems like, I am and I'm not. Because I wonder it seems like the team is kind of ready to
move on.
Yeah, and I don't know if this is going to be like a hindrance on that team. Like, he's still going to perform. He still might even, he'll still probably score 30 somehow, some way.
Yeah.
Well, which will be really good, but it's just, I don't know. It's like, is the team really going to be, I don't know, would they be better in the long run or even next season without him? I think they definitely might be better in the long run without him, getting these other guys 1 year of playing in that position on that power play. Because once again, they're just going to aim for Ovi every single time on the power play.
See, I don't know. I'd like to think that now that he's officially gotten the record as the leading goal scorer in the history of the league, that maybe they'll be like, okay, we're not going to directly look at you. Now, if you're in the office and you're open, we're going to give it to you.
Yeah.
But we're not necessarily going to be feeding you the rock.
But isn't that kind of what that play is to get him open, though? Like, isn't that the whole purpose of that power play?
I mean, if it is, and if it's their best mode to score, then go ahead.
Yeah, I just don't know if that's one more year then of not having these guys that you've signed long term.
See, I can see what you say. You want development from guys, and then, you think that he'll prevent that development,
which is not his, and it's not his fault. Like, that's what I'm kind of like. I'm happy to see him back. I don't know if it's, and maybe it's just being like way too nitpicky. I'm like, it's just 1 year. These guys are really good. Like, do they really need a full year of a power play to be really good the next year? So I don't know. I think it's just it'll be odd because he's just like by far the old man in the group.
Oh yeah,
and they are like so young.
Well, and losing John Carlson, Ovi has talked quite significantly about John Carlson, the defender, who really came up into the franchise with him. Trading him away had a huge impact on him. And he's seeing less and less familiar faces. He's still got Willie. He's got Tom Wilson.
He does, yeah.
But Backy's gone.
Yeah, all those guys from when he was young.
Holtby's gone. Carlson's gone.
Backstrom?
That's what I said, Backy.
Oh, you said Backy. Okay, yeah.
So, and Wilson was kind of a late addition. Like, he was still there for the good years. But TJ's gone. Oshie's gone. So, he's not going to recognize a lot of the faces in there. I think part of the reason why the last few years were easy for him, or a little less or more easy, is that he had that kind of long-lasting friendship that he really could like kind of lean on in those days where his knees were a little bit more tired. So it'll be interesting to see. Like, it's weird. Hockey seems like one of the sports where when you're one of the greats, there's not really a cliff that you fall off of. You know, you just gradually just don't perform as well. Yeah. So I don't think we're going to see, if he does have a step back, it's not going to be a huge one. I still think that he'll do well. And again, much like soccer, I'm not a hockey genius where I would be able to sniff out or watch a game and be like, oh yeah, he's really kind of dragging them. Yeah. I'll just be looking at the final results. So it'll be too soon to see. I guess, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, Ovi has even said that he might want to do 2 years. Yeah. It might not, even though he's got 1 year, he might sign up for another. So, it's tough because I think he might not say it, but it's going to have to be the front office's decision when to not. Maybe. I think that if they keep offering him, he might just keep saying yes.
I did think of it as well, though, as like, Lionel Messi on Argentina, there's a lot of times where like when he was up and coming, one of the famous guys like Samuel Eto'o, he played at Barcelona with him. Everyone will ask him like, what was it like playing with Messi? And he's like, no, Messi played with me. Like there really isn't as much respect. Yeah. And so in those years, how I mentioned how he didn't play that well, they weren't successful. There was a decent amount of guys on that team that still kind of wanted to be the star, didn't like that this young guy was there. Yep. But now this team, they've all looked up to him. Yep. And, I mean, Messi brings it. Ovi brings it. Like, he practices hard. He plays hard. He'll still be, like, probably, top 4 in the team in hits? Yeah.
He doesn't mess around.
So there's that side, too, where it's like these young guys are like, I get to play with Ovi. Like, we're going to, almost band together. Like, that's why Argentina is as good as they are. Like, they are talented, don't get me wrong, but they are, playing for one reason, and they are, they just, are in awe and want Messi to do well and know that, he'll take care of them, he'll pass them the ball and all this other stuff. So, maybe with Ovi, maybe it's the same thing. Maybe these young guys are like, I can't believe we're playing with this guy. We got to try to get this guy one more cup. Not only for ourselves, but also, but he's still really good. Yeah. Use him as well. Yeah. But it's it could be that in awe of oh my God, I don't want to let this guy down. I want to play hard for him. Yeah. Because Ovi has that kind of aura and
he does.
Style about him.
Yeah. And he doesn't seem like he seems very outgoing, especially with his team, and he seems very, welcoming to new talent. Yep. And he's not one of those guys, he's not a Cristiano Ronaldo where it's it has to go through me.
Yeah, exactly.
It's if they were to come up to Ovi and say, hey, we're going to, mix it up. Power play is not going to focus with you getting it to you in the office. He'd be like, okay, let's see how that works.
Yeah, especially if he's struggling at it. He'd probably be like, yeah, you're right. I probably do need to switch it up or something.
So I'm excited to see that. Yeah. Now, I did have a great segue story, but we've run, and I'm trying to get you to beddy time because you got an early morning. I had a perfect segue for it, too.
No, like I told you on the phone, this was what was going to happen. I was going to say, who cares? Just keep going. So no. Let's go. No. Bring it up. No.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, now I lost my mojo. So what was my segue? So I was like, because the next step for Ovi would be going back to Russia. We always talked about when he stopped here, go back to Russia. Now might not be the best time because I think things are rough. Wars aside, I mean, times are tough in Russia right now, so much so that there are a lot of Russian women apparently out there that are selling literal pieces of them. Yes, that's right. There's a story that's come out recently where Russian women are selling their used breast implants. Okay. Times are tough.
They are. Well, times are tough. I think also I don't want to call it style, but I think
Come on. Say what you're going to say.
Once again, when I get over 2 hours, it's tough for me sometimes.
They're coming out of style? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes.
The augmentation?
The augmentation does not need to be as extreme.
Yes, and I feel like Russia's one of those countries where they're like, we must go bigger. Much like our missiles. Yes. You must go bigger. They must look like missiles coming out of your shirt. So, I would say maybe there's a decline in the interest in going more au naturel. Yes. There's plastic surgeons in Russia that are reporting that breast augmentation surgeries have dropped by about 40% in the last decade or so. But what really caught people's eye is not only when they get them removed, and I didn't know this. Apparently, they get to keep them after they
I've been
get
told
them removed.
they get asked if they want to keep them.
It's like, it's a very nice little paperweight you got there.
Stress relief.
It's a stress ball. It's like, these are nice. But they're actually using classified ads to sell used implants, and they're flooding the Russian internet in recent months. Apparently people are saying that, I'm fed up with them. They make me feel unattractive. Some of the other arguments is that this is a way I want to get at least some of my money back that I used for the surgery to get these. I am fearful to see the people that are buying these on this internet, because I mean, one of the things that they've made abundantly clear in this report is that you can't reuse these. Like, there's a lot of biochemical stuff that's come from your body that, as you can, I don't care how many times you put these things in the dishwasher.
Really?
That's still there. And if you put that in your body, there's something in here where it's like the worrying fact is that some sellers, are saying that, again, experts warn that using another person's implants could lead to tissue necrosis.
People are buying these to then use for themselves?
I that's what I originally thought. I thought, okay, it's like just like when you're buying a used car, you're like, it's like I got a great deal on these implants, and I just got to find a back alley surgeon to jam these into me.
Oh my god! So that's what you're next what you're seeing up on like the ads. You're seeing they're selling, and then you're seeing these like back alley surgeons that are like, I'll reinsert these.
It's just like I'll bang out the dents in this thing and I'll put it right in.
So for like your girlfriend's birthday or something or Christmas, you're like, hey, look what I've got for you.
It's got to be 10 times worse than like if you go on a date and use a coupon. Like if you're going on a date with somebody, you're like, I'm using a coupon. It's like, hey baby, I got you implants. They're used, but I got a great deal. But they're saying don't do that. So that begs the question is, are people ignoring that warning and just saying, you know what, I'm gonna chance it. I'm gonna get that necrosis in the old chest plates. Or are people spending this much? The other question is, it's probably a bunch of like horny teenagers is like, hey, I'm about to implants. Oh my god.
It'll be like the new I remember in college, like lava lamps. You were always kind of like wanted to be a person that had like a lava lamp. It was kind of like the cliche thing to have. What if like that new thing is like, I got like a silicone like breast implant.
I was like over here. No, I was thinking more like the whole adage where it's like you sit on your hand, it goes numb, and it feels like a stranger. It's like you do that with you're like close your eyes, like it's a baby. Like I don't know, kids are gross. That's not how I was thinking. That's what they're thinking.
I was thinking it was just some horny men that just want to grasp it at anything.
That or like, those people that buy those like sex dolls, they're like, now I can make them even better. Everything's plastic.
Yeah, somehow like you can it's the blow up one. You could somehow get in there and insert it.
Yeah. It feels more real now. Yeah. So you remember the Bozo the Clowns? Like they go like this? Let's enhance that Bozo. Now when I sock him, rock him, it bounces back at me, and knock me right back on my feet.
God, some people.
I mean, it's they're I guess discounted, but I don't know what's it's marked down from 30,000 whatever the Russian currency is to $24.90. So it's not like they're cheap.
No.
So I got to think that people are just ignoring the dangers of it, and they're just planning on reusing them. But if you're inserting some of your body, you probably want to make sure it's brand new.
You would think so, but people are they want to get the results that they want to get one way or another.
Yeah. It's like, what if you get them in bulk? Is it cheaper? You get like 10?
Probably.
Instead of like 2?
Yeah, probably.
It's like a BJ's breast implants.
Yeah. BJ's and breast implants.
BJ's BP. BIs. Yes, absolutely. You can see like DW's like, we're going to do a water balloon fight, but these things ain't popping.
I'll be the winner.
Winner. So, yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Russia's crazy, man. But, once they're removed, again, they're just saying that it's just proof positive that Russia's just in a deep, deep hole right now. So the rubles, that's how much they go for. So rubles. Some of them were originally priced at around 140,000 rubles, which is about $1,800, wow. And being sold for about $455. That's quite the steep discount.
I mean, that's not a bad discount.
All right, we're telling you, it's like what, 60% off.
Yeah, I don't know if those college kids are paying for that to put it.
No, like I said, it's $455. Yeah, I do think that people are actually trying to reuse these for,
which is weird because that style is like out now.
Yeah,
which is like so. I don't know. I don't think people would want to do that.
Well, the sheer fact that they're flooding the market tells me that there is there's got to be some demand. There has to be some demand. If we're seeing them come up pretty frequently, there's got to be some kind of demand to it. Problem is that, like, unless you're a doctor, Joe Schmo, you wouldn't know what you're looking at. A lot of these just look like manapuas or like little pastries.
Yeah.
You imagine just like a buyer's remorse, like, yeah, it's a breast implant. You're like, this is a Boston cream donut, son of a god. It's a bag of sand.
Bag of sand. Feels very similar though, but not quite.
Yes, this is exactly what I think it is. Okay, yeah, all right.
No, I just assumed that it was just some like horny guys. I don't know. We had
there's some weirdos out there.
My wife knew these. They're not really our friends anymore, so I don't feel so bad.
Okay. Yeah, screw these guys.
Yeah, I know they don't. They probably. I mean, they would never find out to listen. But
I'll find them.
The wife was definitely selling her panties.
Oh.
And like guys were lining up to buy them.
Guys are great. We talk about the features. Somebody's paying $10 for a glass of foot juice.
But it got to the point where
you're about to do it for free.
Oh my yeah. Yeah, I do think Jimbo had the best part. He's like, yeah, you're not really like a podcaster unless you're like,
degrading yourself,
cold plunge, and drinking some beet juice and eating like a.
I'm telling you, man, we gotta get the clicks. Gotta get the clicks.
We're working on it.
I forgot about that spicy chocolate bar. Yeah. Man, that was a rough night.
That was a spicy little
bite. That's right. I love that you wanted to join it. I'm not going to be drinking the feet juice with you.
Oh, I wouldn't. I wouldn't if you lose. Yeah, I'm not drinking that feet juice. No, there's no way.
But yeah, like use panties,
and it got to the point I think where
was it like a second income?
I mean,
or was it just like play money?
Did well on their own, but yeah, play money. But it got to the point where it was like. They would pay for like certain usages. So it'd be like, and she lied every time, but she'd be like, oh, this is going to be more because I wore these like 5 times.
Yeah. It's like I went on a 3-mile hike with these on.
Like that gross. Yes.
And people are buying them.
Like constantly, like shipping them off all the time.
I can do that. I'll sell my underwear.
I mean, I couldn't help but think about it. Just easy money, play money.
I don't need to know what you're doing with it.
How many hats could I have been buying by now?
I know you would have a closet full. You'd have a whole closet full of hats.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, except guys like we wear our underwear to the like this.
And no one wants that.
Or maybe they do. Like it was like.
Well, that's true.
It's like the holier the better. My goodness, what are you doing in these?
Yeah, there's some weird women out there too.
Yeah.
They're definitely weird men, though. My God. Like, it doesn't take much.
Did yard work in these bad boys. My favorite SpongeBob undies.
Oh, man. I'll tell you what, you find some great stories, though.
I try, man.
Yeah.
I do my best. I'll have more for you next week.
Yep.
Back to it. We'll try and keep it under 2. We're at 2:20 right now. Not too shabby.
This is the longest episode we've done in forever.
I gotta
be up at like
I tried to tell you to stop. You said you want to keep going.
Oh, I didn't.
Before we wrap, we'll do a rapid round. Okay.
Okay.
All right. France, Morocco. Who you got?
France.
Spain, Belgium.
Spain.
Norway, England.
England.
Argentina, Swiss.
Argentina.
All right, we're sympathetic on this. These seem, but again, there have been some big upsets.
Oh, it's not going to go that way. I can guarantee you that.
So we're simpatico on our picks, but you're almost all but guaranteeing that one of these is going to go sideways.
Well, let's just be honest. When we make picks,
and we're similar. This is college football playoffs all over again.
Yeah, like I honestly wouldn't be surprised if like Switzerland beats Argentina. I wouldn't be surprised if Morocco beats France.
Is there anyone that you're like I'm locked in on Spain beating Belgium.
I kind of am too, but I don't know. Maybe Belgium wins, and maybe that loss to the U.S. People are like, well, you know what? Maybe it wasn't that bad of a loss after all.
Yeah, it's true.
If Freeze didn't make that mistake and it stayed 2-1, like we could have had a chance. So I mean, who knows?
Yeah, I mean, right now Spain's favorite. They're minus 161. France right now is obviously favored.
Yeah.
But they are, not much higher, 179.
But Morocco. So the thing with Morocco is not that I think there could be some animosity. Like I do think that the center back, the guy that scored the goal against Netherlands to tie it up in stoppage time, he was a cast-off from France. France didn't want him. There's a few guys on that team that France didn't want. I mean...
So, yeah, there's some extra motivation.
There definitely
bulletin board material again, all over again.
Yeah. So, and you get to this round, you're obviously playing well. So, yeah, I mean, take anything you can. And I guess France is talented, but, I mean, Morocco was in the semis last World Cup.
Yeah,
so it's not like they're coming out of nowhere, haven't played in big games.
I was trashing Switzerland, but, I mean, like, Argentina's minus 147. Right now, they've got worse odds than both the France, Morocco, and the Spain, Belgium.
Switzerland hanging tough with Colombia, that was quite a feat, honestly. I don't think anyone really saw that. And Switzerland was taking
quite a feat.
Them.
They play with their feet. And you're going to drink some feet. Yeah, it's all coming together.
It is.
All right, sir, but you want to send us off?
Yeah, this has been another wonderful episode of Undrafted and Overconfident podcast. The two friends who've been arguing about sports for 20 years and still can't agree on nothing. We'll be back next week, but before that, make sure to follow us on Instagram at Undrafted and Overconfident, and you can even email us at undraftedandoverconfident@gmail.com. But we'll see you all next week.
Yeah, I'll have an update on my procedure.
We can't wait. We're going to lead off with that thing.
Hopefully.
Because, hopefully all went well.
Yeah.
If not, I'm thinking about doing it.
You got a solo podcast. Maybe I undo the knife. No, I'll be fine.
We're fine. So I'm not going to do this without you.
Oh, I'll do it from beyond the grave.
I'm gonna always do this podcast with a Brandon Gordon. It just might not
look like me.
Yes.
A little different. He might do some crazy things in my name, which is terrifying.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Well, I'm hoping for winning this bet, so you have to drink that feet juice with the other Digo.
I know.
I'm excited to see it. I'll ship it. I'll mail it.
I know you would.
That hot sun.
But all right, we'll see y'all next week. Different takes, same nonsense. Thanks, y'all.
Peace.